heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
You're listening to pregame coverage of Lady Flames softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. This is the Lady Flames On Deck Circle, presented by Bojangles. Time now for our pregame chat with Liberty head coach Dot Richardson. This portion of the show is presented by Rogers Heating and Cooling. Schedule your service at callrogers.com.
Pre-game coverage continues. It's Liberty and 15th-ranked Duke this afternoon. Single game in Lynchburg. I'm Nick Pierce, visiting now with the head coach, Coach Richardson, joining us back at home now, starting, I think, a 5-game homestand after taking 2 of 3 at Missouri State. How do you like where your team is after getting a little respite for the Easter holiday and getting back here, getting back at it on the field?
I'm really pleased with the progress that we have made and that we're making. The team right now, they're defining who they are. I think they're coming together. The last day that we played the doubleheader at Missouri State is a team that can beat a lot of teams in this country if we show up like that.
You look at a chance to get back to 500 overall here today as well. How big is that for the psyche, for the mentality? Just, a chance to get back up over 500, have that winning record, and make a push here to the finish line.
Well, a lot of our losses have been to teams ranked in the top 20, if not the top 10. So the key for us is really Conference USA. We've got a big series this weekend against Western Kentucky University, who we actually are tied with for second place behind Jack State for the conference. So it's important to see if you can get that 1 or 2 seed to get the bye for the conference tournament that's coming up the beginning of May. But right now, the goal is, how do we compete against Duke? 15th in the nation right now, had some great wins. How do we compete with them compared to the top teams that we played in the beginning of the season in February? That really shows, are we getting better? And if the team shows up the way I know we can, offensively where we're at, defensively they're coming together stronger. However, we will be missing our shortstop, Savannah Watley, for most of this game. We'll see if she's able to get in. But I think, if we're playing our game, this is going to be a very competitive game, and I do believe we can beat them.
How much of that starts with your starting pitcher today, going with Danner?
Yeah, Danner has come a long way from just getting hit all over the place in the beginning of the season, her being very frustrated with herself, to where she has been able to step it up, and she has found the grit, a grit that you need to be able to say, give me the ball. And Danner has gotten that. She's also mixing the ball well instead of the misses down the plate. If you throw, if you're going to throw the ball over the plate, especially in the middle of the plate to Duke, it's going to be going a long way. And so with most of the teams that we play. So Danner has come, like I said, to another level. Camden Anders as well to another level. We've got a couple righties too. So it's really going to be interesting to see how, we perform. And if we do like we can, you guys are going to have a lot of fun.
With your lineup, the consistency piece, is that what you're chasing at this point in the season? Just, knowing which team is going to show up which day? Yeah,
unfortunately, the lineup is not secure. We still have got that battle that's happening. I think we've solidified it a little bit more, but obviously with Watley out today, we've had to make another switch. Macy Strickland is doing a fantastic job at third. She's going to be moved over to short, which she has not played at all this year. And then Jemiah, who's been working in the outfield, we're moving her to third base because of one position switch. But I tell you, the standouts, Danny Lee has been ripping the ball, has deserved the opportunity to become a starter, and we're putting her in left field. She played short most of the time in travel ball. She has not a lot of experience in the outfield, but she has been getting it over the past couple weeks. And like I said, you got just some of these kids like Macy as a freshman, redshirt freshman, stepping up. You got Danny Lee as a freshman stepping up. We have Ella Fox who's been very steady all year, our Energizer bunny, setting the tone, leadoff hitter, playing amazing second baseman, base position. Bryn McManus with power, Alexia Karaskia with power, Savannah Jesse behind the dish with power, Paige Dorr with power and leadership. So we're armed and ready to go, and hopefully we're ready to ignite the flame.
Yeah, Bren, the CUSA Player of the Week, is she the type of player, and you mentioned a couple others in there too, that can get hot here down the stretch and carry you to a conference championship?
Yes, they can. All the ones I talked about, and the ones to look for is Brooke Roberts. We need her stick. She's an amazing first baseman, and she's doing an awesome job there defensively. And I think she broke out pretty well the last game against Missouri State, got a couple hits. She leads the NJCAA for career home runs. Mm-hmm. So she has been quiet, and I think she's ready to get loud. Paige Dorr has been quiet as well. I mean, she can get very loud. And everyone else is really the bats. So they see it, they're ripping it, and we continue to do that. Great things will happen for the Lady Flames.
Lastly here, Keys to the Game, presented by the Retirement Key podcast from Abbey Financial Services. What are a couple of keys to keep an eye on here against the Blue Devils today? Well,
the key first is in our circle with Danner Allen. The key is going to be to not be missing over the plate. Don't give up too many free bases. The other thing for us offensively, it's going to be keep the discipline, know what you're looking for, and don't go chasing, rise balls out of the zone. If we hit our pitch, it's going to be, like I said, a lot of fun.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck today.
Thanks so much. God bless everyone listening, and go Flames!
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carilion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
This broadcast of Liberty University Athletics is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts, descriptions, and broadcasts may not be transmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. You're listening to live play-by-play coverage of Liberty softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. This game is brought to you by Carter Bank, life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Lynchburg Nissan, nobody beats our prices, nobody. And by Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Now let's take you out to the ballpark for the call of the game from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services.
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Tim Foose with the Star-Spangled Banner here from Camp Ice Field at Liberty Softball Stadium. We welcome you back in here. Nick Pearson, Abbey Fritz with you as Liberty takes on number 15 Duke here this afternoon. Starting lineups are driven by Lynchburg Nissan. We'll start with the visiting Blue Devils. They are led by ninth-year head coach Marissa Young. Duke coming in with a 28-11 overall record. 5 straight wins for the Blue Devils entering play today. In the leadoff spot, it is the center fielder Deanna Jennings, followed by the second baseman Amina Vega, batting second and playing second. Jessica Oakland is the shortstop. She hits third. Cleanup hitter is Tyrena Jones, the third baseman, followed by the right fielder Layla Lamar, batting fifth. KK Mathis is the designated player. She hits sixth. Kyrie Rodriguez is the catcher, batting seventh. Jayla Stafford will play first base and hit eighth. And batting ninth in left field, it's Adeline Matthews. Again, Jennings, Vega, Oakland, Jones, Lamar, Mathis, Rodriguez, Stafford, Matthews for the Blue Devils. And their starting pitcher today is Ava Bradshaw, the redshirt freshman right-hander. For the Liberty Lady Flames, led by 13th-year head coach Dot Richardson. Liberty coming in with an overall record of 18-19. Leading off and playing second base, the UNC transfer Ella Fox. She'll be followed by the center fielder Paige Dorr, batting second. Then it's Brent McManus, the reigning CUSA Player of the Week, playing right field, hitting third. Alexia Carrasquillo as the designated player. She hits cleanup. Batting fifth and catching Savannah Jesse, followed by the left fielder Danny Lee, hitting sixth. Macy Strickland makes her first start at shortstop, the first of her career tonight. She hits seventh. Brooke Roberts is at first base, batting eighth. And playing third base, hitting ninth, Jemiah Byram. Byram's first start at third base as well. So a couple of changes in the lineup, as you heard Coach talk about. Fox, Dorr, McManus, Carrasquillo, Jesse, Lee, Strickland, Roberts, Byram. Starting 9 for the Liberty Lady Flames. Their starting pitcher, sophomore left-hander Danner Allen. Starting lineups are driven by Lynchburg Nissan. Umpires for this one, Roger Potts is behind the plate, Eddie Hall at first base, and Jay Breckiel is over at third. Pretty good crowd on hand here looking out across Camp Ice Field. You got a lot of folks still making their way in. A little bit of a chill in the air here to be April 8th, but the wind is blowing out toward left field, it looks like at the moment. Lots of sunshine. But with the overhang, none of these fans will see any of the sunlight. They're all nestled underneath when the chairback seats. Some folks have blankets, I guess if you're cold-natured. Others, some pullovers. I imagine there's somebody in shorts around here, somebody hot-natured. But for the most part, everyone is a little bundled up out there to make sure when the sun goes down, or if it goes down before we're done, they're all warm enough. Hot chocolate at the concession stands, I would imagine, today, as well as the hot dogs and all your other favorite goodies. But we're ready to go here just about for Flames softball. They play the intro video on the center field video board here at the ballpark, which includes highlights of the Lady Flames super regional victory last year at Texas A&M. Lady Flames decked out in their home white jerseys today. White visors, red sleeves underneath those white jerseys. White letters and numbers with red outlines, so it can be a little tough to pick up on today. Thankfully, this is a day game as they introduce the starters out here on the field. Duke, meanwhile, goes with the black unis today. White letters, white numbers for the visiting Blue Devils. Look at the series with these two ball clubs. It was Duke sweeping Liberty in 2 games last year, 7-3 and 3-2 the finals in games 1 and 2 respectively down in Durham, North Carolina. This is the 10th all-time meeting between the Flames and the Blue Devils. Duke 7-2 all time against Liberty, and has won the last 6 meetings in the series. Well, Abbey, you couldn't ask for a much better day for softball. Maybe a little bit of slightly warmer temperatures, but at least you've got sunshine, no threat of rain, and a good opportunity here for the Lady Flames.
Absolutely. They're looking to get that flame ignited, and Virginia loves to mess around with the temperatures, but Dot Richardson ain't messing around today. Her Flames are ready to go, taking on the chance against the number 15 Duke Blue Devils coming into today. It's a kind of that weird midweek matchup where it's not conference, but it's still a very pivotal game for the Flames. If they take care of this one, they'll bump their winning streak up to 3 and head into a very, very important series where they welcome in the Western Kentucky Lady Hilltoppers to come into Liberty Softball Stadium. These girls know what they need to do to get the win here today. Now let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, it's all about execution as the Lady Flames take the field. Tanner Allen going through her warm-up tosses here. You mentioned that Western Kentucky series coming up this weekend here in Lynchburg. Massive series for the Lady Flames, trying to get that number 2 spot at least locked up in the Conference USA standings. Of course, last year Liberty, the CUSA regular season champion, got the number 1 seed in the tournament. But the significance of that in a double elimination tournament like Conference USA, where you've got the top 8 teams that go, those top 2 seeds get the double bye in the tournament. You only have to win 3 games to win the tournament championship, which right now, when you look at Liberty's season and how it's unfolded, probably going to have to win that conference tournament to get back to a regional.
Yeah, for sure. And being a mid-major, that makes it a little tough. When you're rather in the SEC or the ACC, it becomes a little easier when you have, say, 20 losses and 30 wins. Liberty's really got to prove themselves down the stretch in order to feel like they belong in the postseason. And with Tanner Allen on the mound, finding her just confidence in herself and her team, I think they're able to do it.
Tanner Allen ready to go, so are we. Deanna Jennings will lead it off against her. Left-handed hitter, and she takes the first pitch, called strike. We're underway at 3:05 Eastern here. Our first pitch presented by Relevant Law. Learn more at relevantlaw.com. Jennings, the left-handed batter, down a strike, 0-1. The pitch, downstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Jennings coming in, batting a blistering .442 on the season. She's got a couple of home runs and 15 knocked in. Allen with a 1-1. That one socked in the air, foul. That'll drift out of play over by the Liberty bullpen. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on Deanna Jennings. Duke winners of 5 straight coming in. Beat Campbell yesterday 7-1. They've won 5 straight ACC series after sweeping Virginia, 12th-ranked Virginia over the weekend. 1-2 pitch upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count on Deanna Jennings. Facing Tanner Allen here for the Lady Flames. Coach Richardson talked glowingly about in our pregame conversation. Says she's got that grit. She's kind of found something, another level of confidence. 2-2 high and outside. A full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, I'd say so. If you look back at her last start, I mentioned that no-hitter against Missouri State. It was Tanner Allen. Pitched all 5 innings of that 8-0 run rule victory at Missouri State over the weekend. Here's her 3-2. Missed outside there, ball 4. Got ahead, and then ended up walking Jennings. And the leadoff batter aboard for Duke.
Being a sophomore, it seems like there's a lot of pressure on your mind coming into this game. After having a no-hitter, you really need to find yourself. These first few at-bats, especially in the first inning, are very pivotal for Tanner Allen here.
Amina Vega, the batter now. Got a good base runner on at first as well. The pitch upstairs to Vega, a left-handed hitter. 1 ball and no strikes. Jennings, 9 stolen bases on the season. So she is a threat to get out and run. No score, nobody out, just underway, top of the first. And a runner at first as that pitch paints the black of the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 on Vega. Comes in hitting .445. They got a couple of spark plugs at the top of the order. Vega with some more pop as well. 9 home runs, knocked in 41. 1-1 down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike on Amina Vega.
Yeah, in addition to her impressive numbers, she's also started every single game for the Devils this season. Their top 2, in addition to their cleanup hitter, Tyrena Jones. Coach Young has definitely gone with them for all those games.
Pitch just missed off the outside corner. And the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Vega hitting in that number 2 spot in the order. It's where a lot of teams like to bat their best hitters. They get the extra at-bat. Late in the game. Here's the 3-1. That's too high. Ball 4. Throw down to second base. Wait a minute. They threw down. She was called out, but I don't think that the third base umpire, Jay Breckiel, recognized there was a walk, so she would have been out. I was like, that's ball 4, right?
In addition, there's a little hug even there by the shortstop Strickland, just making sure she didn't run into her.
That's good. That's hilarious. There was actually an instance that happened the other day. It was in a Dodgers game. Freddie Freeman was a dead duck going into second base. I forget who the second baseman was. He was holding the ball, and Freddie just stopped, and he put his arms out and says, "Come here, brother." Let's hug it out.
I love the personalities all around the diamond. You just really can find out a lot about people off the field rather than just on the field where they're a ball player and an athlete through and through.
So we got a couple of walks here to start things off for Danner Allen. Inauspicious start. 2 runners on for Duke. That's one thing that Coach Richardson talked about, that fine balance of not putting too many balls dead center over the plate, but you can't give free passes to a good hitting club like Duke either. As Jessica Oakland stands in for the right-hand side here for the Blue Devils. First and second, nobody out in the first, and the first pitch in for a called strike on Oakland. She's hitting .410 herself, 7 home runs, 36 RBIs. This is quite a lineup for the Blue Devils. 359 hitter on deck. That's Jones. She's got 14 jacks on top of that. When we get there, pitch inside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jessica Oakland. One. Stays off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike on Oakland. Redshirt junior out of San Jose, California hitting. Redshirted a year ago. Transfer from Minnesota. In her second season with the Blue Devils. Next pitch swung on, popped up foul back our way and onto the overhang here. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jessica Oakland.
This is a great time for Allen to just try to find herself, settle back in, brush those 2 walks off. Very important next 2 batters coming up, especially with nobody down.
Oakland waiting on a 2-2 pitch. Missed low and outside. Another full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Danner Allen has walked the first 2 hitters of the inning. She's gone full to Oakland, and then you got Tyrena Jones on deck. Liberty, meanwhile, has a right-hander already throwing in its bullpen. The 3-2. Swinging a foul back. Stays alive. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jessica Oakland. No score. Nobody out. Top half of the first inning. Blue Devils looking to race out to an early lead here. With a base hit from Oakland, perhaps. She didn't play in the game yesterday against Campbell. 3-2 pitch to her, sent foul back to the screen, still 3-2. But she's got multi-hit games in 3 out of her last 4. 2 hits against Virginia on Saturday. Here comes another 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung, fly ball, right center field, well hit. That's going to get down into the gap and 1 hop the fence. 2 runs are going to score. Coming all the way around from first is Vega. Oakland's into second with a 2-run double. And Duke jumps out in front first. It's 2-0 in the first. Jessica Oakland on a 3-2 pitch goes the opposite way and knocks in her 37th and 38th runs of the year.
Great poise there by Oakland, facing that full count. Fouled off a couple balls to stay in the count, and it paid off with her 2-run double.
Going to get a trip to the circle here for the Lady Flames. Mound visit, circle visit, whichever you want to call it. And we may be getting a pitching change here momentarily. Danner Allen has faced 3 hitters, walked 2, given up a double. And Liberty trailing early here 2-0 to the 15th ranked Duke Blue Devils. In what was supposed to be game 1 of a doubleheader originally. Schedule was switched to just a single game here. this afternoon. Never got word on the reasoning for that.
I know the players would appreciate it.
Oh, the players usually they want to play. They want to play as much as they can. It's the old people like me that think of it as a long day. Dot Richardson, the head coach, out there conversing with the infielders as well. So now, Tyrena Jones comes to the plate. She is blazing hot right now for the Blue Devils. Third baseman, 14 home runs on the season. The pitch, home run cut, but she came up empty. It's 0-1 on Jones. Tyrena Jones out of Lake Worth, Florida. Transfer from Purdue. Hurt last year, didn't play, but she's come back with a vengeance this year. 0-1 pitch misses high, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-0 Duke, top of the first. Nobody out, a runner at second for the Blue Devils. The 1-1. Popped up right side of the infield. Brooke Roberts fighting the sun. First baseman in foul ground, puts it away. And there's a big first out to the inning. When you get Jones to pop a ball up like that, you've done something well as a pitcher.
Absolutely, and her teammates ought to feel great about that. Brooke Roberts, an amazing first basewoman to get that play for her.
Layla Lamar now, the Florida transfer, coming to the plate. Blue Devils did well in the transfer portal. The pitch up and in, 1 ball and no strikes on Lamar. Lamar, a Cary, North Carolina native, playing back closer to home now. She's hit safely in her last 2 games. The pitch. In for a strike. Evens it up. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lamar. A left-handed batter at the plate. 2-0 Duke. 1 out. Top of the first. Runner at second for the Blue Devils. That's Jessica Oakland running out there. She had the 2-run double. 1-1 down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sunshine, 56 degrees here in Lynchburg. Most of the field bathed in sunlight at the moment. Catcher in the shadows of the overhang. 2-1, came up and in, climbed the ladder to get the swing and miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lamar. Well, a few smart fans out there on the berm in right field. Got the blankets out, taking in the sunlight. About 10 degrees warmer out there, I bet. The 2-2. High and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another full count for Danner Allen here in this top of the first inning. KK Mathis, the designated player, on deck. Throwing has ceased in the bullpen for Liberty. I think they've got whoever they're wanting out there next ready to go when and if needed. The 3-2. Swinging a foul back into the screen. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes on Lamar.
Early in this game, very disciplined hitting here from Duke. They got 3 full counts in their first 5 batters. They're definitely making Allen work for her money.
Well, you look at it and you see Danner Allen comes in, 36 walks in 43 2/3 innings. You know they're going to be selective. Here's a 3-2. Comebacker to the pitcher. 1 bounce. Throw to first in time there. Runner will go from second to third. That's Oakland. She moves up 60 feet. On the 1-3 put out, 2 were gone in the first inning. Allen kind of glanced at her over there at second base, but then made her throw to first, and Oakland very alert base running that time. KK Mathis, the hitter, takes outside, ball 1. A chance to minimize the damage here. If Allen can collect 1 more out. Mathis batting for the right side. 1-0 pitch, must have missed high. 2 balls and no strikes on KK Mathis, 300 hitter, playing in her 35th game, 5 home runs, 9 extra base hits on the year, and a .571 slug coming in. 2-0 outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Kyrie Rodriguez, the catcher, on deck for Duke. Allen, the lefty, ready. Here's her 3-0. That's a strike. Inside corner. Took something off to locate it. 3-1 the count on Mathis.
James Madison, Duke, now going up as a Duke. That's kind of interesting.
Pitch in for a strike. It's 3-2. Transfer from JMU. Yeah, went from the Dukes to Duke.
You don't have a lot of players that can say that.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Dribbled foul off the end of the bat. Still 3-2.
Would be big for Allen here to get out with just that 1-2-run double on her resume. It'd be great to show that she can actually settle in, keep that runner at third, and get her Flames off the field.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at third. Payoff pitch again. Foul back again. Can't get it by her. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mathis doing battle here. You mentioned her time at JMU. She hit .331 there in 2024. Transferred into Duke last year. Picked right up where she left off, hitting .342. Payoff pitch again. Got her swinging that time. Down and away for the strikeout. And that will retire the side. Dana Rowland, her first strikeout of the ball game. And gives up a couple of runs. Just 1 hit in the inning. No errors, 1 left. And that'll take us now to the bottom half of the first here in Lynchburg, Virginia, with Liberty trailing number 15 Duke. 2-0 our score from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all.
Bumble!
The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook, 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit AbishFinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
Liberty trailing number 15 Duke 2-0 as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Liberty Lady Flames coming to bat here for the first time. They'll take aim at the Duke starter, Ava Bradshaw. 5-1 with a 4.36 ERA, making her 32nd appearance, 9th start. 40 in the third innings pitched for Bradshaw this year. 29 walks, 26 strikeouts, so command has been a little bit of an issue for her as well. Opponents hitting .311 against her. We'll bring up Ella Fox to lead it off against her. And a former Tar Heel facing the Duke Blue Devils here. I'm sure there's still some bad blood that runs through there, right? You don't really get over Duke and UNC.
Oh no, that's one of the most popular sports rivalries in the history of sports.
First pitch to Ella Fox in there for a called strike. 0-1 on the left-handed hitter. Facing the right-hander Bradshaw. She's given up more hits than innings pitched. A few too many walks for her liking. This is away here. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Eight home runs allowed in 40 1/3 innings. Off the hand, slow roller to first, and Fox grounds out quickly for the first out of the inning. Good pitch there by Bradshaw to get the rollover ground ball out. 1 away. That'll bring up Paige Dorr, the center fielder. Dorr hitting .253, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs for the left-handed hitter. Almost got hit. First pitch inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Got an all-pink bat at the plate. Waggles her weapon behind the left ear flap. Waits on the 1-0, sends it on the ground out to second base. That's handled cleanly. Throw to first by Vega in time, and two are out quickly. Well, a good start for Bradshaw, not so much for the Lady Flames. You don't want quick outs after a long top half of the first inning.
Yeah, Duke sending up 6 women to the plate. Liberty's only sent up 2, and they're both out. And they're coming up with their third one, but it's Bryn McManus.
McManus, Conference USA Player of the Week. Rollover ground ball on the first pitch to short. Oakland up with it cleanly, fires to first, and the inning is over just like that. It was about a 5-pitch first inning for Ava Bradshaw. Lady Flames are set down in order, 1-2-3-0 doing. That'll take us now to the bottom, or make it top half of the second inning. With the score 2-0. 15th ranked Duke on top here at Liberty. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at CrossroadsFamilyDentistryVA.com.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
It's Liberty and Duke. 2-0 Blue Devil lead as we go to the top half of the second inning. Nick Pierce and Abby Fritz with you on this Wednesday afternoon in Lynchburg. 15th ranked Blue Devils on top early. And then a 6-pitch bottom half of the first inning for Duke starting pitcher Ava Bradshaw. After her club got her a couple of runs in the top of the first inning, Blue Devils will take aim again here at Danner Allen. Allen settled in after the first 2 walks in the first, and then a 2-run double. She got the next 3 in order and ended the inning with a strikeout. She'll go to work here against the lower third of the lineup, starting with the catcher Kyrie Rodriguez. 10th all-time meeting between these two clubs. Duke has won 7 of the previous 9, including the last 6 in the series. Opening game of a 5-game homestand for the Lady Flames here today. Rodriguez stands in for the right-hand side, facing Allen. First pitch in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Kyrie Rodriguez. Spells her name K-A-I-R-I. 0-1 outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. I would have guessed Carey at first glance.
Yeah, I would have too. I was looking at the pronunciations. I was like, Kyrie. That's a very interesting way how to spell it. Because you see like Kyrie Irving, K-Y,
right.
Excuse me.
K-Y. There you go.
There we go. Grammar's hard.
1-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up. That's on the infield. Who wants it? Third base taking charge. That's Byram over there with her first start. Good job. On the pop out, 1 away in the second inning. It's good confidence there, assertiveness from Byram. You never know when someone's making their first start in a new position like that. How confident are you? And she showed her confidence right there.
Oh, yeah. And I think her defense along the rest of the infield with her knows what she's capable of, even if she's making her first start.
Jayla Stafford, the hitter now, takes a called strike on the outside corner to the right-handed batter, 0-1. Byram starting at third with Macy Strickland moving over to shortstop. Lady Flames are down Savannah Watley today. She's out with a stomach bug, or at least that's what they think it is right now. She's been sick. The 0-1 upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. And you look at the Ortho Virginia injury report, that's really the only name on there at the moment. No true injuries really for the Lady Flames right now. The 1-1. Stafford cut on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on Jayla Stafford, first baseman, freshman, hitting .288. 2 home runs, 10 knocked in. One out, nobody aboard. Top of the second, the pitch. Swung on, foul back. Pulled the emergency ripcord on that swing to stay alive. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes on Stafford.
Allen really looks like she's settling in now. They finally got that first out, different from the first inning where it ended up in 2 walks, but she's looking more settled now.
That's a great point. I mean, whenever you get the first out of an inning, just sets the tone. There's a fly ball out to right field in foul territory. Tracking and making the catch is McManus with the sunglasses on. And that's the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 away. And Adeline Matthews, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Two to nothing Duke. We're in the top of the second. Matthews hitting .294. Couple of homers, 8 RBIs for the freshman. And the pitch just off the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Excuse me, swing. Off the glove of the catcher. They appeal it to first. She went around. 1 ball and 1 strike. According to first base umpire Eddie Hall. Slight breeze pushing out to straightaway center field. As Allen brings the 1-1. There's a comebacker on the ground. Base hit center field. 2 out single for Matthews will extend the inning. That'll take us back to the top of the order now with Jennings. And we talked about the first 2 hitters in this Duke lineup earlier, Jennings and Vega, the top of the order. It's one of the strongest 1-2 punches in the entire country. Only 2 Blue Devils hitting over .440 currently coming into today. And respectively sit in the top 25 nationally in total hits. Jennings coming into today at 8th with 61 hits. Vega coming in at 24th with 57. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Deanna Jennings.
Yeah, you want that out of your team captain. She's the program's all-time hits leader with 281, and rightfully so. She's on the preseason All-ACC as well.
1-0 pitch off the inside part of the plate. 2 balls and no strikes on Jennings. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of too many other teams that have a pair of .440 hitters, 1 and 2 in their lineup.
Especially this late in the season.
2-0 pitch just off the outside corner. Ball 3, 3-0. You can tell Allen is being super cautious with these 2, Jennings and Vega. I mean, you got 9 places in that order to go find an out. Maybe pick on the other 7 people. 3-0 pitch in for a strike, 3-1. Pick your battles. There's a 3-1. Showing bunt, took a strike instead. Good spot there with that pitch from Dana Rowland. Took something off and paintbrushed the outside corner. It's full now, 3-2.
Yeah, at that point, Allen will take anything she can get. She was down 3-0. Now she makes it full. Let's get her out, girl.
Matthews will take off at first. The pitch is a little high and off the outside corner for ball 4. And Jennings walks for the second time today. That'll put runners at first and second now with 2 away. Third walk issued by Dana Rowland. Brings up Amina Vega. Well, the problem is you pitch around Jennings, you got to pitch to Vega here, right? I mean, those 2 back-to-back, it'll make it difficult on you. The pitch. Vega takes off the outside corner, ball 1.
I mean, if anything, Allen will take a walk to these 2. That way it won't bring runs in. It'll just advance the bases. But then you'll just get out those .440 hitters and no threat anymore. It's just a walk.
Here's the 1-0. Swinging a foul back, 1-1. It's a delicate balance. I mean, right? You don't want to
be silly and challenge her with something too hittable, because if you do, it'll cost you 3 runs here. If you pitch around her, and like you said, it's just a walk, cost you 1 base. Here's the 1-1. Pitch low, runner takes off from second, throw down to third is not in time, and now the trail runner, Jennings, will also move up 60 feet. Stolen base for Matthews, getting down to third. Kind of a double clutch there, I thought, that time from Jessie.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a hesitation there on Jessie's part. She didn't know where to go, either second or third. But the double steal complete there for the Blue Devils. And now with the really hot hitter, Vega still at the plate, it could be easily 2 runs if the ball gets through the infield.
Well, Dot Richardson wants to review something here. The umpires are going to come together and talk about it. Not sure if she's saying maybe okay, they've challenged that the runner at second left early.
Yeah, good spot there from Dot Richardson. Once you see her coming out of the dugout, you know she knows what she's talking about. So
well, you saw her success rate last year in the Super Regionals, right?
Yeah.
She kept challenging the one player for Oregon leaving early, and she kept winning. No one had challenged that all year.
Yeah. And what better time in the Super Regional to find out you've been doing that all year, huh?
Yeah. So the umpires go to review this. Call at third base right now is out. But if Matthews left early, if they find that on the replay, then obviously that call will be overturned. What did I say? Out? No, she's currently safe. She's safe at third base currently. Call on the field is safe, so we'll see if she left early.
That'd be huge for Liberty if they were able to overturn this and say she was out. They get out of the inning unscathed, no runs be able to be across, and it would still be a 2-0 game. Very manageable.
And you take the bat out of Vega's hands here as well.
Exactly.
And you don't have to pitch to her with 2 runners in scoring position. Well, here come the umpires. We're going to get our answer. Crew chief, home plate umpire Roger Potts will have the decision here. So the call on the field confirmed, according to Roger Potts, the crew chief. The runner did not leave early. Liberty will have 1 challenge remaining. So both runners move up 60 feet. They're at second and third. A 2-ball, 1-strike count now on Amina Vega. And a base hit here for Vega gets 2 for the Blue Devils. 2-1 pitch from Danner Allen. Up and in, ball 3. 3-1. On the flip side here, first base is open. But Oakland on deck. Got Allen for a double her last time up. Here comes a 3-1 pitch to Vega. High and outside, that's ball 4. So a walk. 4th one issued by Danner Allen, second of this inning, and they've all been against Jennings and Vega so far. And that's going to load the bases here for Oakland. A dangerous hitter in her own right.
You already showed that earlier with the 2-run double in the first inning.
Swings on the first pitch, sends it foul straight back, 0-1 on Oakland. Two to nothing Blue Devils for the moment. Threatening for more. Bases full, 2 out, the pitch. High and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jessica Oakland. Minnesota transfer in her second year with the Blue Devils.
Originally from all the way out in California. Seems like it's not affecting here.
1-1 outside, 2-1. Well, she got some slightly warmer weather going to Duke from Minnesota.
It's true. California has some decent warm weather, but
depends on what part you're in, right?
It's true.
Northern California, it can still get pretty chilly out there.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a 2-1. Swung, belted. Left center field, and that one is way out of here for Oakland. That is a 2-out grand slam here in the top of the second, and Duke will now go up 6-0.
What a huge swing. Wow.
There was absolutely no doubt about that. Oakland now 2 for 2, 6 RBIs, a double and a slam.
What a huge swing there by Oakland. Confident in the count, up 2-1. She still swung, and man, she had a lot of confidence on that one.
And for the Blue Devils, it's their 61st home run of the season in their 40th game. Head coach Dot Richardson is out. She's got her lineup card in hand. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the afternoon for Danner Allen. How big is that call at third base, too? You know, if that thing gets overturned, Flames are out of the inning.
Yeah, now they got a bigger hole they've dug themselves into, 6-0 rather than 2-0 going into the bottom of the second. And now we've got a new pitcher on the mound as well.
New pitcher for the Lady Flames. Call to the bullpen presented by Haley's Appliance. And it's the former Blue Devil, Gabby Mike. Duke transfer in her first season with Liberty. On to face her former club here. 2-8 overall record. But a 3.77 earned run average. 40 walks to 42 strikeouts and 72 in the third innings. Gabby Mike will come on with a different look here for the Lady Flames. She'll have to go through Tyrena Jones. These two were not teammates last year because Jones was still at Purdue. Got someone from our ESPN Plus television crew talking to third base umpire here, Jay Breckiel.
Guess she serves as the man in the red shirt on the football field.
Yeah, the timeout coordinator. They were still in a break, I think, at the pitching change. Now we're ready. And the pitch from Mike misses low. 1 ball and no strikes on Jones. You wonder what's going through her mind right now, facing her former club. Duke up 6-0 here in the top of the second. 1-0 pitch. Good change there. Swing and a miss. Way out in front. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That'll definitely get the team fired up. Maybe Dot has a nice button that she's pushing here. Maybe since she's been on this club before, maybe she knows some of their stuff.
1-1 offering. Off the plate inside, 2-1. I mean, that's possible, but again, you look at just how much these rosters turn over year to year. There's so many new players for every team. And it's nothing now to see a player face their former team. The 2-1. Hard hit on the ground, foul past third. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jones. That used to almost never happen, where you'd transfer somewhere else, face your former team.
And you got some players that transfer 4 times in 4 years and have 4 teams on their record.
Right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The base is clear. The pitch downstairs. And a full count, 3-2 on Tyrena Jones. The payoff pitch again. Hit sharply on the ground and through. A base hit into right center field. That splits the gap and rolls out to the base of the wall. Headed to second, Jones. She's got a double to extend the inning. All of this damage has come with 2 outs. If you look at how this inning started, Allen got a pop-up to third, a pop-up to right in foul territory. She was very close to a 1-2-3 inning. Then a single from the 9-hole hitter Matthews, back-to-back walks to Jennings and Vega, then the grand slam by Oakland, the pitching change, and now a double by Jones. That'll bring up Layla Lamar. She takes the first one outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, 8th batter sent up by Duke in this inning. It all does go back to what if that call was overturned at third base.
1-0 pitch inside and low, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, in fairness, we never got a look at it. We don't have a monitor in our booth, so who's to say if it was the correct call or not? We're not sure.
Yeah, we're not New York.
Exactly. The 2-0. Pitch a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. And that's worth pointing out, too, is there's not centralized replay here. You've got a replay monitor that's underneath that the umpires go look at, and then they determine if the call gets overturned here on site. 2-1, low and outside, 3-1. There are instances of centralized replay in college athletics, football, and I think some in college baseball. Some of the power conferences do it. It's been talked about going more widespread. The 3-1 taken for a strike on the outside corner. Full count now, 3-2 on Layla Lamar. 0 for 1 with a ground out to the pitcher. Back in the first inning. Blue Devils lead it 6-0 over the Lady Flames in the top of the second. Runner at second, 2 down. And Gabby Mike is going to get called for an illegal, well, it won't be an illegal pitch, but whatever it was, that was given ball 4 then to the hitter, Lamar. She will go down to first base.
Not sure what that was. Did she take too long?
First pitch, check swing, strike called to KK Mathis, the right-handed batter, 0-1. I wasn't watching the pitch clock. It's possible that the clock went to 0 maybe. I just heard the home plate umpire say illegal, the 0-1. Off, caught the outside corner for a strike, 0-2.
I think it's the first time today a Duke hitter has been down 0-2. We'll see how Liberty attacks here.
0-2, up and in, and did that hitter? It sure did. It caught her hands, and Mathis will go to first base. 2-out hit batsman. Well, this is just going from bad to worse right now. Got an 0-2 count, can't finish the hitter. Hit batter, bases loaded again here. And Rodriguez coming to the plate. Actually, it will not be Rodriguez. We're going to get a pinch hitter, it looks like. Rodriguez's spot due up. And instead, it'll be Gabriela Shadek. Right-handed batter takes off the plate outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Very interesting to see a pinch hitter this early in the game.
1-0. Called strike, evens the count at 1-1. Well, of course, starters can re-enter the game once. So it may just be something here, this matchup, this time in the game. 1-1 pitch, Shadek with a check swing foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Shadek is playing in her 31st game. .255 hitter with 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. 2 outs, bases full, 6-0 Duke in the top of the second. 1-2 pitch, low and outside. And an even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
She did play in that game against Campbell, and she did have a home run, went 1 for 2 in that game. So, seems like Coach Young here is pushing the right buttons.
2-2, fouled back to the screen, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the pinch hitter, Shadek. Gabby Mike, the 2-2. That one just missed outside. Mike, you could tell by her reaction, wanted that call. Count is full now, 3-2. A walk means a run. Right-hander ready, the payoff pitch. Runners go. Swung on, ground ball hit to third. Byram up with it cleanly. Slings it to first in time for the out there. And the side is retired. But not before Duke scores 4 times on the grand slam by Jessica Oakland. All the damage coming with 2 outs here in the second inning. And with that, we'll go to the bottom half of the second in Lynchburg with the score. Number 15, Duke 6, Liberty nothing. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flame Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch support so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America in logo wear.
Liberty trails number 15 Duke 6-0 as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Nick Pierce and Abbey Fritz with you here from Lynchburg, Virginia this afternoon. Blue Devils trying to win their 6th straight. The Lady Flames were going for their first win against a ranked team this year. Liberty 0-7 against the top 25 this year. Long way to go in this one. We'll see if the offense can get something going here. They were set down on just 6 pitches in the first inning by Blue Devil starter Ava Bradshaw. Bradshaw's first one low and away. 1 ball and no strikes on the leadoff hitter Alexia Carrasquillo here in the bottom half of the second. Carrasquillo having a good year, hitting .339, 9 home runs, 30 RBIs. Got jammed here, pops it up on the infield, out to his short, and Oakland puts it away for the first out of the second inning. Got to have good feet to steal a base in this game. The Good Feet store can help your feet feel their best. Find the store nearest you at goodfeet.com. Location serving you in Lynchburg and Roanoke. Savannah Jesse stands in for the right-hand side. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch swung on, lined out toward left field. That's going to lay down. Fair ball, base hit, rattles up against the fence. Jesse headed for second, and she's in there with a slide and a double. 1 out, 2 base hit for the Flames catcher. Liberty's got its first base runner here in the second inning.
That's how you get the party started there, Jesse. Not taking any time at all. First pitch swinging. Gets Liberty on the board in the hit category. We'll see if the one and only Danny Lee, who's swinging a very hot bat, can get this run in and get the Flames on the board.
Yeah, it looked like Bradshaw tried to come in on her there with that last pitch, and Jesse kept her hands inside and got the bat head out there, rocketed that thing into the corner. First pitch, ball 1 to Danny Lee. Jesse now with her 6th double of the season. Lee hitting from the right-hand side. As you mentioned, swinging a hot stick. .481 average coming in. Takes a strike, evens the count of 1-1. Hitting .481, on base .588, slugging .815. That's PlayStation numbers.
Very rarely do you see that from a freshman.
Heck of a slash line. And she whistles this one foul to the right into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Even the sound of her bat just sounds extremely loud.
Yeah, it's a different sound. You're right. That's a good observation. Playing in her 17th game. This is her 8th start. She's out there in left field with Byram playing third today for the Lady Flames. Shuffling things around with no Savannah Watley in there at shortstop. Danny Lee, red knee-high stirrups on. The pitch swung on, lined out toward left field. That's a base hit. That ball skips up on the left fielder Matthews, but she keeps it in front of her. Jesse goes to third. Danny Lee at first base with a 2-strike single.
There we go, girl. Keeping that hot stick on. That sounded great off the bat, too, and even caused the left fielder to bobble it a little bit there in Matthews. Now we've got runners on the corners now. Still nobody out, or 1 out, rather.
Yeah, I don't know what the exit velocity on that thing was, but it was smoked. Macy Strickland, the hitter. Shortstop stands in for the right side. Pitch on the way from Bradshaw. Little nubber off to the right. That's got some weird top spin on it. And Stafford, the first baseman's throw, goes into center field. She was trying to cut down Danny Lee at second base. She'll get no one. Jesse scores, and the Flames are on the board. It's now 6-1 on the fielder's choice and a throwing error.
Yeah, that ball had some crazy backspin on it. It seemed like it still affected Stafford, too. Her ball goes right over the second baseman Vega's head. And now we've still got first and second now with 1 out.
Brings up Brooke Roberts. And the The pitch downstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. So they won't give an error on that. It's Strickland reaches on a fielder's choice. She gets the RBI, and then Lee just advances to second. Pitch in for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct. I think as the scorer, you can give an error on the throw if you deem that a good throw would have gotten the runner at second.
It definitely did look that way.
1-1, swing and a miss. Bottom looked to fall out on that pitch. It's a ball and 2 strikes now on Roberts. But regardless, the Flames will take the run. Strickland will take the RBI. None of that changes. And the 1-2 swung on and missed again. Strike 3 on Brooke Roberts. She's down swinging for the second out of the second inning. Lady Flames trail at 6-1. 2 outs, 2 on now for Jemiah Byram.
That's Bradshaw's first strikeout of the game, and definitely got on a good batter in Brooke Roberts, who's known for her speed as well.
Bradshaw came in, more walks than strikeouts this year. Byram swings on the first pitch, hits a little cue shot on the ground, foul. That rolled from foul territory to fair ground up the first base line and then back to foul ground. A lot of topspin on that ball, strike 1.
Yeah, the Flames coming out with some aggression in this inning, especially putting a lot of spin on the ball, causing some of the Duke fielders to stumble, probably because the Duke defense hasn't been out there long.
Byram hitting 159 on the season, takes a ball outside, evens the count at 1-1. Playing in her 20th game, been mostly in left field. 2 runners on, the 1-1 pitch, rolling away, 2 balls and a strike on Jemiah Byram. She's worked only 2 walks this season to 11 strikeouts. So you might want to see her be a little more selective up there. If she can reach, you get the top of the order back to the plate with the bases full. 2-1, called a strike in the vicinity of the inside corner. Crowd not real thrilled with that, and I don't blame them. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. Flames trailing at 6-1 here in the second. The 2-2. Off the end of the bat, little pop-up, shallow right field. Racing in, making the squeeze is Lamar for round number 3, and that'll be it for the Lady Flames in the second. But they get a run on 2 hits. No Duke errors and 2 runners left on base. That'll take us now to the top half of the third in Lynchburg with the score. Duke 6, Liberty 1. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're locked into live play-by-play coverage of Lady Flame softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. Now, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard, built by Frank Good Builders.
Well, here in Lynchburg, it's a 6-1 lead for 15th-ranked Duke over Liberty. Nick Pearson, Abbey Fritz with you this afternoon. Elsewhere in Conference USA softball, Delaware leads at Villanova 2-1. They're in the top of the 4th inning there. Delaware trying to get up over 500. Its first year in Conference USA. Elsewhere tonight, Kennesaw State with a tall task. It travels to 9th-ranked Tennessee. It'll be a 6 o'clock Eastern first pitch. The Owls just 7-28 on the year and in danger of missing the Conference USA tournament altogether. Meanwhile, Louisiana Tech 21-18. They will visit Louisiana Monroe tonight, 7 Eastern first pitch in Monroe, Louisiana. Battle in the Bayou coming up later tonight. Western Kentucky not in action today. Liberty and WKU will face one another this weekend. Western got a 5-1 win yesterday over Lipscomb. Whenever our friends at TV decide to rejoin us here or wrap up their field report, we'll get back to action.
Yeah, shout out to Annie Corey down there. She's a great friend of mine. She knows her stuff, and I'm just glad that she gets to do this and that we all get to be here today watching some good softball.
First pitch to Jayla Stafford misses low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. That awkward moment where everyone's warmed up and they're all looking around like, when can we play? 1-0 pitch, grounded to the left side. Byram can't glove this one. Ranging to her left, it goes off of her glove, trickling out into left field. And that's going to be an error to start the inning on the Flames' third baseman. 1 on, nobody out. Adeline Matthews, the hitter now. Well, we'll see. Matthews is scheduled, but it looks like number 10 with a bat in her hands.
Looks like she's going to be replacing the on-deck hitter in Deanna Jennings. Or that actually is Deanna Jennings.
Okay, never mind.
Oh,
I didn't
runner.
see. Yeah, we got a pinch runner instead. And that will be London Collins. Collins on to run for Stafford. Again, starters can re-enter the game. First pitch in for a strike. On the hitter Matthews, 0-1. 6-1 lead for the Blue Devils here in the top of the third. Swinging a high fly ball out to right field. Starting back now coming in. McManus makes the catch. And rifles a throw into second base to hold Collins at first. 1 away here in the third. Coca-Cola proud to sponsor Flames softball on the radio. Stay tuned after the game. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola and check out the Coca-Cola post-game show. Coke, taste the feeling. Deanna Jennings, the hitter. Left-handed bat takes a strike, 0-1. Jennings has twice walked and scored. Came in on the 2-run double by Oakland in the first inning. She's got all 6 RBIs today. A ground ball deep in the hole at short. A bobble by Strickland. Picks up, throws over to first, not in time. We'll see how they score that one. And that's going to go as a base hit for the Blue Devils, I think rightfully so. I'm not sure if even Strickland picks that ball cleanly if she's got to play at first base.
Yeah, that was a hard hit ball there by Jennings, and all she could do is just trap it in the infield, make sure it doesn't go out to the outfield. Still a great play from someone who's starting at short for the first time this season.
Going to put runners at first and second now with 1 out. The left-handed hitter Vega up. She takes low and away from Gabby Mike. 1 ball and no strikes. Gabby Mike got the call in relief in the second inning after Oakland hit the grand slam off of starter Danner Allen. Pitch, check, swing in for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Mike, the transfer from Duke, makes her home in Altamonte Springs, Florida. I think I got that right. 1-1. High and away. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, going back to our prior conversation about weather, I bet there's really nice weather down there in Florida.
Pretty much anywhere you are down there, it's usually a good time of year.
Oh, yeah.
Northern part of the state, a little chill, but that's 1 shot foul off to the left. 2-2 the count.
Probably still warmer than here.
Currently, I would concur. 56 degrees at first pitch today. Gabby Mike, former Blue Devil, she appeared mostly as a pinch runner last year. Pitch off the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 31 games. She scored 9 runs, went 4 for 5 in stolen bases. Only 4 appearances as a pitcher. She's primarily been a pitcher here at Liberty. Here's her 3-2. Low and away, runners were going, doesn't matter because it's ball 4. And that's going to load the bases here with 1 out in the third. Duke already leading this 6-1. And Jessica Oakland coming to the plate. She has done all the damage today for the Blue Devils. Right-handed batter to face Gabby Mike. And first we're going to get a town hall meeting in the pitcher's circle for the Lady Flames. Associate head coach Casey Fagan-Graham out talking with Savannah Jesse and Gabby Mike. The infielders conversing next to them. Dot Richardson Pinto, the head coach, coming out. Flames down 6-1 here in the top of the third, and Duke, well, to be frank, they're threatening to blow this one open.
Yeah, especially with the lady at the plate right now. She's already got all the 6 RBI belong to her.
See if the Flames stay with Gabby Mike here. Jessica Oakland has tied a Liberty softball stadium record with those 6 RBIs today. It's the 7th time that a player has had a 6 RBI game in the history of this ballpark. So obviously that's counting all players, Liberty and opposing players.
I guess the positive here is that nobody can steal a base since they're all packed. And Mina
right.
Jennings Vega has 57 attempts, looks like, stolen bases in her career.
First pitch in for a called strike, 0-1. Stadium opened in 2015. 0-1 pitch, called strike, outside corner. 0-2. Well, a good job by Mike to get ahead here. See if she tries to get Oakland to chase now. Go a little further off the plate. The 0-2. That went high. She didn't offer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pretty sure that's a career high for Oakland as well in terms of RBIs. 1-2, misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yes, she had previously had 5 RBIs 3 times. Swinging a foul tip. Jesse couldn't hang on. Unfortunately, that would have been a strikeout. But still 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Oakland.
These are the kind of at-bats that really show the maturity in your team. Even though that could have been strike 3, well, they saw it down here.
2-2 pitch, misses in the dirt. Bounces before it ever gets to the plate, and the count goes full. 1 out, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The bases loaded. Duke leading Liberty 6-1. And the payoff pitch to Oakland. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Take a seat. Good changeup there, looked like, from Gabby Mike. She gets the strikeout and a huge second out to the inning.
And no better time to get that first strikeout on a huge hitter. Jessica Oakland, 6 RBIs already, and now a strikeout to add to her day today.
2 gone now for Tyrena Jones. Oh, look out. That pitch upstairs, over her head, off the glove of the catcher. Tries to throw back to home. 2 runs are going to score. Coming home on the wild pitch was Collins. Jesse then threw back to Gabby Mike, covering home to try to get the next runner. That was Jennings. She threw it away. Jennings scored. Vega goes first to third. And now it's an 8-1 lead for the Blue Devils. And that was utter calamity for the Lady Flames on that play. Next pitch, cued off the end of the bat, roller back to the pitcher. Mike fires it over to first in time to end the inning, but not before damage is done. A wild pitch and a throwing error lead to 2 more runs for the Blue Devils in the third with 2 outs. We go now to the bottom half of the third. It's number 15 Duke on top of Liberty, 8-1 from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring about folks like John.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
As we go to the bottom half of the third inning, number 15 Duke is on top of Liberty by the score of 8-1. And a pitching change coming here for the Blue Devils as well. Abby, they bring on a right-hander here.
Yep, Larissa Jacques coming out with a 4.49 ERA, 3-4 on this season. Appeared in 23 games, has started 7 of them, and has actually pitched 2 complete games. And then coming in, she will continue on her 3-4 record. She also has a save.
So Larissa Jaquez
My bad.
on to pitch. I would have guessed Jacques, like Jacques Cousteau.
Oh, yeah. Or Jacques Torres.
There you go. Jaquez on to pitch. And Ella Fox will lead it off. Top of the order due up here for the Lady Flames, trailing now by 7 in the third. And the first pitch called a strike as Jaquez starts her off. 0-1 the count.
That pitch looked a little outside and seemed like Liberty had a couple of those last inning. I don't know if that's just me, but maybe call it on both sides there.
Well, Flames have got to get something going offensively here as Fox swings and pops that up left side of the infield. Shortstop there. Oakland makes the catch. And that's out number 1 in the third inning. Brings up Paige Dorr now. Dorr 0 for 1, grounded out to second her first time up. Left-handed hitter takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. So you look at the line for the starter today. That's Bradshaw. She goes 2 innings. I guess could technically re-enter the game at some point, but that usually doesn't happen. Gives up a run on 2 hits. It was earned. No walks and a strikeout. Pitch in for a called strike on Dorr. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Just 23 pitches. 16 strikes for Bradshaw today. As Larissa Jaquez takes over. And that ball is drilled out in right center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Dorr on her way to second. She'll cruise in standing with a 1-out double in the third. Hit the daylights out of that ball.
Yeah, that was intense hitting there on behalf of Dorr. Similar to last inning, had 1 out and then a double, and that run ended up scoring. So it'd be great for McManus here, who now comes up swinging a hot bat. Also has a lot of speed. We'll see if she can get her in.
McManus hitting from the right side, 0 for 1 with a ground out to short in this one so far. First pitch taken for a strike call on the outside corner, 0-1. McManus 0 for 1. 0-1 pitch called strike 2 outside corner, 0-2. So a whole new battery in the game now. Shadek catching. She did not start the game. And Jaquez gives up a liner into left field. That's going to squirt by Matthews and go all the way to the fence. Dorr is in to score. McManus to second. It's a base hit and a run for the Lady Flames, who cut it to 8-2.
Do we believe in deja vu or what? Seems like that. It seems like it's coming on this way. Liberty back on the board again. It's now 8-2. Confident send there by Richardson when she saw the ball squirt under Matthews' glove.
That'll be a base hit and an error on the left fielder, Matthews. We'll get a trip to the circle now. Marissa Young, the head coach, out. A base hit and an error, and I believe no RBI there. No, they still gave her the RBI. Assuming she would have scored from second on the single to left, I guess.
From my view, it looked like Richardson was already, or Coach Richardson rather, was already sending the runner before the ball went under. So I believe they are scoring that as an RBI. She'll take it either way.
Single, RBI, E7. Alexia Carrasquillo, the hitter now. Got 9 home runs on the year. First pitch swinging, a grounder in the hole, deep, it's short. Oakland looks at second, no play anywhere. Infield single for Carrasquillo. That's 3 straight hits now given up by the reliever, Jaquez.
Yeah, Liberty now just attacking in attack mode right now. First pitch swinging there from Carrasquillo, and she's on.
And the Lady Flames will have them at first and second now with 1 away. Savannah Jesse coming to the plate. Catcher hitting from the right side. She doubled her last time up. First pitch in for a called strike, 0-1. Jesse has scored 1 of the 2 runs today for the Lady Flames. Here's the 0-1. Stays off the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Savannah Jesse. Well, if not for the 2-out damage done by Duke in this game, they have 3 2-out RBIs. Pitch off the plate outside. 2-1 now. Looking at a little bit of a different ball game here.
Not to mention that last wild pitch last inning.
Right.
Those 2 runs would be off the board. It'd be 6-2.
2-1. Upstairs, 3-1. What do you think about the fact that, what did we just say, 5 runs, 5 of their 8 have scored with 2 outs?
Yeah, lots of different ways this game could have gone. That challenge back in the 2nd inning, game could have looked a lot different.
3-1 is hammered high in the air to deep left field. On the run, slamming into the fence. Matthews can't make the catch. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Into third with a sliding 2-run triple, Savannah Jesse. Flames grab 2 more here, and they've cut it to 8-4 now.
Savannah Jesse, woo! What a nice shot there out to left field. Looks like Matthews is okay after slamming into the wall. She's taken a bit to get herself back together. But man, this crowd was electric. They were waiting for a chance to erupt. And Jesse takes advantage and gets 2 more runs on the board for Liberty.
Yeah, that was the big question, is Matthews going to be okay out there? She slowly walks back out to her spot in left field. She hit that fence hard and looked like she got a glove on it. She was tracking it all the way out there to the wall, but couldn't haul it in and then paid the price.
Yeah, it's either catch the ball and fully commit to slam into the fence or just be attentive and seeing the fence in front of you. You got to pick one or the other, and it seems like she tried to pick a little bit of both.
Danny Lee, the batter now. Ripped a single through the left side her first time up. Takes a called strike here, and it's 0-1. All of a sudden, Flames are back within striking distance here. Not going away. It's 8-4 here in the third. 0-1 pitch to Danny Lee. Nipped the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. Lee got some good swings off her first time up. She's watched 2 pitches go by right ear.
Not to mention her speed, too, with the runner at third. This could quickly be an 8-5 game.
The 0-2. Swinging a foul back. Still no balls, 2 strikes on Danny Lee. By the way, Stafford re-entered at first base this inning, in case you're keeping score at home. Here's the 0-2. Called, strike 3, outside corner. Borderline pitch, too close to take with 2 strikes for Danny Lee. She goes down looking for the second out of the third inning. It was a very different looking at bat from her than her first one.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't looking. I bet she just was confused on what she was looking for. That's the first backwards K of the game, too.
Macy Strickland, the batter now. Swings on the first pitch, pops that up, foul right side. That'll get on top of the dugout. Out of the reach of Stafford for strike 1. 8-4 game. And to your point, you got a runner at third here, less than 2 outs initially. You want to find a way to get Savannah Jessie home.
Exactly, and it seemed like they had a lot of momentum change in this inning. 3 runs have already crossed.
There's the 0-1. Called strike 2 inside corner. 0-2 now on Macy Strickland.
Strickland really needs to be a hitter now and to have a chance to get this run in and to cut the lead to 3 for the Devils.
A little more passive approach for the last 2 hitters, and that time chased one a foot off the plate for strike 3. Strickland down on strikes. That's out number 3 for the Lady Flames in the third. They'll strand a runner at third, but 3 runs come across. Liberty cuts into the deficit as we go to the top of the 4th inning. It's the Lady Flames now trailing number 15 Duke. 8-4 from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Hey Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
You're listening to Liberty Softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. Time now to check the Carter Bank box score.
Going to the top half of the 4th inning, it's a 8-4 lead for number 15 Duke. A quick check of the Carter Bank box score. The Blue Devils 8 runs, 5 hits, and an error. Lady Flames 4 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. The only half inning where one side has not scored was the bottom of the first. The Lady Flames were set down on 6 pitches, 1-2-3-0 doing. Every other half inning has produced at least 1 run. We'll see if that trend holds. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, I'm Nick Pierce, and with more play-by-play, here is Abby Fritz.
Thank you so much, Nick. Hope you guys all are doing well. Thanks so much for tuning in today to presented by Abbey Financial Services, the Van Wagner Liberty Sports Network. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Got a good ball game here. Number 15 Duke against Liberty, 8-4, as we just mentioned earlier. We've got Dot Richardson being interviewed on the side by our very own Annie Corey. Gave her a shout out earlier. She does great work, and so does Dot Richardson. Her team holding strong against a team in the top 25. Liberty is 0-7 on the year against top 25 teams. They look to change that today. They had some momentum in the last half inning. Now with their defense back out on the field, we'll see what they can do. Layla Lamar is the first batter of this inning, playing right field today. 0 for 1 on the day so far, had to walk her last at-bat. First pitch is popped up in the air. Shortstop Strickland coming in, and she will catch it head high for the first out of the inning. Always feels good to get a pitch, or out rather, on the first pitch of the at-bat, and Gabby Mike could definitely afford that with how Duke's been hitting today. Mike sets up on the stripe. Here comes the pitch home, and it's outside for ball 1 to KK Mathis, who was hit by a pitch her last at-bat. Steady crowd on hand here as well at Liberty Softball Stadium. The next pitch comes home outside for ball 2. This type of game, coming in with a number 15 team, always helps to have a great crowd on hand to encourage you on. In addition to your dugout giving a lot of support, which I love about softball, everyone's just so vocal. Next pitch is a swing and a miss from Mathis to make it a 2-1 count.
Haven't heard too many of the chants today, though. That's typically, you get the little group chants and claps going down there.
Next pitch coming home, in there for a called strike 2, and the count goes even. I know they have a lot of those in baseball. Softball, you hear them more often because the field is a little smaller, but don't sleep on the baseball chants, too. They're pretty funny. Next pitch coming home is outside for ball 3, and the count goes full. Mathis serving as the designated player today, hanging on to a 300 batting average coming in. And the next pitch is swing and a miss for strike 3. Center down on that change. Beautiful play and pitch from Gabby Mike, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, she did a good job staying composed there. Got behind in the count 2-0, battled back and earned the strikeout. And a chance now at a 1-2-3 inning here.
That'd be huge for a Duke team who's known for their offense. First pitch comes home to Sadek, and that's strike 1. Sadek came in the second inning as a pinch hitter for Kyrie Rodriguez, or I believe I said that wrong. Kyrie Rodriguez.
That's who we thought it was.
We did. Interesting names coming around. The count is now 1-1 on the pinch catcher, I should say, Sadek. Here comes Mike's delivery. And that's a little low for ball 2. Sadek grounded out her first time up to the third baseman Byram, who's also making her first appearance today at third. And that next pitch is hit on a live drive into center field for a base hit. Sadek will round first and come back with a 2-out single.
Just can't get that 1-2-3 inning, right? I mean, you go back to the second inning, Dana Rowland retired the first 2, ended up giving up that 4 spot on the slam by Oakland. Got the first 2 outs here. It's a good hitting Duke team.
Yeah, 8 and 9 hitters coming up, so let's try to get the third out here before facing the top of the order again. That's definitely Mike's mindset as her first pitch comes down 1-0 rather to, I believe that, Stafford coming back in the game after Landon Collins pinch ran for her in the third inning. Next pitch comes home, swing and a miss. Coming up empty is Stafford, and the count goes to even 1-1.
A little extra oomph on that last pitch by Mike.
You could tell she's just waiting to have a breakthrough moment here. Here's the next pitch. High and upstairs for ball 2. 2-1 the count. 2 down in the top of the 4th inning here from Liberty Softball Park, where Duke leads at 8-4. Here's the next pitch, and that's hit foul down the right field line toward the Duke bullpen, and we'll have another go at it with a 2-2 count. Shade now increasing on the infield dirt. Third base is completely covered in shade now. Here comes the next offering, and that's fouled off as well. Lengthy at-bat here from Stafford, and count remains 2-2.
Now looking to go to something to put her away here.
This crowd's just waiting to erupt here after that dynamic triple by Jesse in the last inning. Now time is called.
Well, what you want here is, if you can get out of this inning unscathed, throw up a 0. It's a shutdown inning. You get your offense back up there.
Indeed. Next pitch is fouled off again by Stafford, and not to mention that would be the first scoreless inning, half inning, for Duke so far this game. They've scored 2, 4, and 2 in the first 3 innings respectively, so it would be huge for Liberty to officially get the momentum back on their side here. Here's the next pitch, and that's a foul tip off the bat. And we are at it again, 2-2, the count still.
She just barely caught a piece of that. I think this is the 8th pitch coming up that Gabby Mike will have thrown to Stafford.
Good old emergency hack there from Stafford to keep the count alive. Here comes the pitch again. And that's another foul ball as Stafford remains alive in this at-bat. 0 for 2 on the day so far. Runner on first is Sadek after a 2-out single on a 2-1 count. 2-2 pitch comes in again. And that's another foul ball. How many fouls is that? 5, 4?
This will be the 10th pitch of the AB. I've got that for you.
Ooh.
It's at least 5 fouls.
At least 5 fouls in a row. I know my brothers would like to say it's not 6 or 7 fouls. You're welcome, Zach. I love you. And moving on, and that pitch is upstairs, and finally we've got a full count, or a count something other than 3-2, with 2 down in the inning. Mike looking to put this in and away and put up a big goose egg for Duke. Here's the pitch. And that's a weak dribbler right back to her. She picks it up, tosses it over to first, and that is the top of the fourth. No runs for Duke, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 woman left on base. Big moment for Liberty here to finally get Duke off the scoreboard as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You guys are listening to Liberty Flames Sports Network here from Van Wagner, presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Welcome back to Liberty Softball Park, where Duke holds on to an 8-4 lead here in Lynchburg. Beautiful day for some softball. It was 56 degrees first pitch. Not sure if it's warmed up at all. Looks like it's warmed up maybe 1 degree. 57 degrees now. Got a good ball game here. Both teams showing some offensive power. But last inning, Liberty was able to shut Duke out in that half inning, not allowing them to score at all. First time this game that they have done so.
Well, that's so crucial because when you're trying to chip away, the last thing you want to do is continue to give up tack-on runs. It just makes it feel like you're taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back every time. So,
yeah, indeed, getting your defense off the field is key, especially now. Looks like had some conversation, or just waiting for the TV broadcast to come back live. In the process, though, the 3 due up for the Flames in the bottom of this 4th inning. Brooke Roberts, Jemiah Byram, and Ella Fox. No hits in between all of them today, but that easily could change. Hawkes still on the mound for Duke, 2 Ks on the day. Here comes her first pitch, and that is just outside for ball 1. Roberts 0 for 1 on the day with a swinging strikeout back in the 2nd inning. She's playing first base today for the Flames. Hawkes twirling the ball in her arm, lifts up the glove, now comes home. And that one near the same place, still outside, 2-0. Roberts, the senior on this squad, been around a while for the Flames. It's always important you have that veteran leadership on the team such as this. And that pitch is dropped in there for ball 3. And Roberts is up in the count, 3-0.
probably be taking here. I do kind of wonder if Dot Richardson would think about giving her a green light just to get her a good pitch to hit, perhaps.
Hitters count here for Roberts. Here's the 3-0, and she does not swing, and she'll take a pitch right down Main Street for strike one.
And that's all right because you should get another good pitch to hit right here, too. 3-1, still an advantage count for the hitter.
Yeah, always feels good when you're a hitter and you're in the 3-0 count. You've got a safety net for at least two pitches. Here comes 3-1. And another one is outside for ball 4. Leadoff woman aboard for Liberty here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, and it's a walk from their first baseman.
Yeah, so Roberts with a good start to the inning. Down 4 here. You wonder how the Flames will play it. Byram, you don't typically like to bunt down by 4, I don't think, but Byram, kind of a light hitter at the bottom. See how the Flames play this year.
Here comes the first pitch to Byram, and she does show a bunt, but it's inside for ball 1. Third baseman Jones came running in case she did try to bunt, so we'll see what Dot Richardson tries to push here.
Yeah, she showed late. Didn't want to give it away too early. You got some options at your disposal. And they're going to add a strike now to the hitter. She didn't get back to the box in time. As a hitter, you've got to be in the box by 8 seconds on the pitch clock. And Byram took too long, so she's got a strike on her now, 1-1.
Here comes the next pitch. The 1-1 count is now 1-2. So rather than a 1-1 count, due to Byram not knowing what the pitch clock was, that's a new thing now,
right,
where a pitch clock has been adapted. Players really got to be watchful of that. 1-2 count on the third basewoman. Here's the pitch. And that one is outside to even the count 2-2.
And what that did is it changed the whole complexion of the at-bat. You go from a 1-0 count where you've got a chance to, if you still want to lay down a bunt, you can. Then it's 1-1. Now all of a sudden it's 1-2. Well, now the bunt's pretty much taken out of the equation here.
2-2 the count. Here comes the pitch. And that one is low as well. Similarly placed to the last pitch, and that kind of count goes full. Huge moment for Byram here to try to either get the run over or flip the lineup card over and bring up the hot-hitting Ella Fox. Pitch clock down to 7. Raising the arm. Here comes the pitch. And that one is inside as well, and the ball got away from the catcher, Shadek, and the runners can't move up anyway. It'll still be first and second, though. Nobody out in this inning either, so huge moment here for Ella Fox, the freshman. And it looks like we've got Coach Young out of the Duke dugout, and it looks like we might have a new pitcher. We do have a new pitcher for Duke. It is number 16, Mallory Wheeler.
Yeah, pitching change here presented by Haley's Appliance. Mallory Wheeler, the third different pitcher the Blue Devils have used in this game. Jaquez just struggling with command here in this fourth inning. Back-to-back walks. You walk the 9-hole hitter. That's never what you want to do. Byram hitting 159 on the season. You were ahead of her 1-2. You lose her. So clearly some issues with command there for Jaquez. They go to Wheeler now with Fox in the top of the order coming back around here. Liberty down 4 and a chance to chip into this here a little bit more in the fourth.
Yeah, Wheeler, the sophomore out of Jensen Beach, Florida, trying to add on to her 5.04 ERA, 7.4 record on the year in 21 appearances. Has pitched 1 complete game, has 3 saves through 59 innings pitched. 23 walks, 32 strikeouts. So they're trying to bring in some defensive power here in number 16 for Duke. This goes back to Liberty's finally having some momentum here in this game. Seems like the first chance that they have. They scored 1 run in the second inning, 3 runs in the third inning, and now they're threatening again with men on first and second.
Well, they've made the most of their opportunities up to this point. Lady Flames are 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position. You'll take that. 4 for 9 with runners on base. They've advanced runners when they've had the opportunity. So Ella Fox coming around here. Again, nobody out in the inning, so you still have some options at your disposal here. If you're Dot Richardson, if you want to try to bunt with Fox, push the runners to second and third. But, Fox is one of your better overall hitters, too. You may want to let her help herself.
Yeah, in addition, the corners are being pulled in, so they're definitely looking at the chance of bunt here. Also, stolen base opportunity. Brooke Roberts has 3, and Jemiah Byram has 2, so that's definitely something to keep track of, too.
Could look at a slash play here, too.
And double steal, not there yet, and first pitch is outside for ball 1.
Where you have Fox square around to bunt, maybe suck those corner infielders in, and then pull it back and let it rip.
No better chance to do that now. Here we go. And that pitch hit by Fox out to center field. Jennings underneath, and she will make the catch. Runners do not tag in advance, so it'll be a fly out to center, and runners will stay in place.
Struck it pretty well, but caught it a little bit off the end of the bat. Fox with the fly out, so same place you were just a moment ago as Paige Dorr comes up, but she ripped a double her last time up.
And she eventually came around to score, too. She's got some speed as well. So we'll see what she can do here. Pink bat in hand, right v left. Here comes the pitch. And that first pitch is inside. She has a duck out of the way for ball 1. And something positive for Liberty, too. They're finally starting to hit the ball, too, and they're being patient in the count. Those last 2 batters waited at least 5 pitches before they made a move, compared to the first inning where they only saw a max of 2. Next pitch is fouled off, looks like off of herself, and that was a painful one.
Yeah, she's hurting right now. That got a piece of foot, lower leg, it appeared.
It looks like she'll take a moment to herself. She's gingerly walking around shaking her head. Looking like she wants to, she gives a thumbs up to the home plate umpire, Roger Potts, and she will stay in this game after a little time to herself. Crowd cheering her on, clapping her back into the box. 1-1 count on the center fielder, who today was 1 for 2 with that roped double in the second inning. And here comes the next pitch, and that's a foul ball down the right field line. That would have been crazy if she were able to keep that in the line. That would have been at least 2 runs, and depending on how her speed is, might have been 3.
Well, she smashed it over to the right side, tried to get out in front of that pitch, jump it, pull it to right, but could not keep it fair.
Yeah, and my bad, she had the double in the 3rd inning. So this is her second at-bat in 2 innings, and that's a swing and a miss. She got her swinging, and that is out number 2 of the inning, and the first strikeout for Wheeler on the day.
Well, you got your Conference USA Hitter of the Week at the plate. McManus, 1 out of 2 with an RBI single already. Going to ask her to deliver here with 2 outs.
1 for 2 on the day. Here's first pitch to her, and it's just outside. 4-1. She takes a slow turn around in the batter's box, and she'll be back in with barely a second off the clock. Wheeler looks at her glove. Now comes set. Here comes the pitch. And that is inside as well for ball 2.
Feels like the Duke plan today has really been to get in the kitchen of these Liberty hitters. They have pitched them in off their hands all day.
2-0 the count to McManus. Here's the pitch again, and that ball is hit right over the second baseman's head into right field for a base hit. Here comes one runner to score, and the other run will go to third. Roberts comes in, and Liberty tacks on another run, continuing their offensive prowess. It is now 8-5 Blue Devils.
She tried to come in on her again, but McManus did a great job, kind of similar to what Savannah Jessie did earlier when she doubled. She kept her hands tucked inside the softball and still strong enough to be able to fist that thing out there the other way over second base. Knocks in a run, and all of a sudden, Liberty's got the tying run at the plate here with Carrasquillo.
First pitch to her is outside for ball 1. No better spot for a cleanup hitter here.
Yeah, she could flip this whole game with one swing of the bat. 9 home runs on the season.
Yeah, for Dot Richardson, she definitely wants her up right now. Most home runs of anybody in this lineup today. 1-0 to her. And that one is outside as well for ball 2. She got a single last inning, came around to score on the Savannah Jessie triple, who is on deck.
And if you're Duke, you want to be careful with her because you're aware of her power. But again, Jessie, to your point, is on deck too.
Runner goes from first, and a late steal, and now she's caught between first and second. The run comes home to score, and they will tag the runner out at first, and now there's no run. According to the umpire, Roger Potts, and much to the Liberty's dugout, they might want to challenge this.
I don't know. I got to tell you, looking at it from up here, I think Roger Potts got it right. Liberty tried to run that first and third trap play there where McManus gets into the rundown and you're trying to get Byram home from third to steal a run right there.
If I'm Liberty, I'm not sure I would run that play with 2 outs in the inning.
Well, that's typically where you run it because there's 2 outs and you're just trying to snake that run. But a lot of times, I don't know that I've seen it in 2-0 or 3-0 advantage counts for the hitter. Typically, it's when the hitter gets behind in the count 0-1, 0-2. You see it a lot there, I feel like, but that's a tough way to end the inning.
Yeah, tough way for Liberty. They do tack on a run, though. 8-5 is now our new score. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
Lynchburg Nissan is at it again.
Right now, save big with up to $7,300 off MSRP on select vehicles, or get 0% financing for 60 months on 4 of our most popular models.
0%, 60 months, 4 models.
But hurry, this is a limited time offer you don't want to miss.
Got a trade?
Get up to 130% of fair KBB value.
No matter the condition.
Stop by, give us a call, or shop online at lynchburgnissan.com
for the best selection and unbeatable deals. And remember,
Lynchburg Nissan is the home of the 1,000,000-mile warranty.
Nobody beats our prices. Nobody.
Nobody.
Welcome back to Liberty Softball Park here in Lynchburg, Virginia, where we have a new score, 8-5 here in our contest against the Duke Blue Devils. Tough break in the last inning for Liberty. We had runners on the corners with 2 down, and our cleanup hitter, Alexia Carrasquillo, at the plate. And we tried the double steal where we tried to get Byram home, and then the runner from first, McManus, got caught in a rundown, and the run could not score in time. So that's how the last inning ended. So we'll see what we can do here. Here comes Adeline Matthews, 1-2 on the day. First pitch to her is outside for ball 1. Matthews playing left field today. Looks like she's good after that hit on the wall that she had earlier in the game on Savannah Jesse's triple. Next pitch to her is in the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, that was vicious, wasn't it? That hit she took off the wall out there.
Yeah, usually a lot of people don't walk away from that, but it looks like she's okay, and she's in the batter's box now, facing a 1-1 count. Now 1-2 as she fouls that pitch away.
Yeah, she took a little while to get back to her feet. Glad she is okay. She had a chance to make what would have been an outstanding play, but fortunately for the Lady Flames, she did not.
1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and that's another foul ball off the right field line. Count remains 1-2. Gabby Mike still out there for the Flames. She's got 2 strikeouts on the day so far. Has definitely stopped the offensive prowess for Duke. Scoreless in the last half inning and the 4th. Now we are in the 5th inning here. And then pitch is hit on the ground towards second base, picked up by Fox, tossed over to first, and that is now number 1. Good that Fox finally got some playing time there. Not a lot of softballs have been hit her way, but still she remains attentive and alert, as is the rest of her team. Bringing up the next batter, Dara Jennings, and she fouls the first offering off for strike 1. One and 1 on the day for her, facing an 0-1 count now. Pitch clock at 13. Here comes Mike's delivery, and that's a swing and a miss. And Jennings is quickly down in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, different day when you have to give an update on the pitch clock, like a shot clock in baseball or basketball, right?
Yeah. It's definitely new for this world of softball, but we have it here today, and that next pitch is outside for ball 1. Dayana Jennings, her first 2 at-bats were walks, and she came around to score. She has scored in all 3 of her at-bats coming into today. Here's the next offering to her, and that pitch is hit out towards left field. Lee camps under it, and she will make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Well, you mentioned Mike, and what she's really done is she's come in here and kind of restored order. I mean, there was the 2-out error in the 3rd inning, wild pitch, and then the throwing error on the quirky play that got Duke a pair of runs in the 3rd. But outside of that, Mike's been pretty good.
And she's been solid against her former team. And the next pitch is hit out to left field, chasing Lee back, and that is over the fence. Amina Vega finally gets something else on her record other than a walk, and it is a solo home run to put Duke up 1 more and increase their lead to 4. It is now 9-5.
And just as I say that, right? Vega, her 10th home run of the year. I mean, good hitters do that. But, you know, it's another theme. It's the theme here for Duke today. 2-out runs. And another one right there.
Not sure if Coach Young has taught them the whole basis of the 2-out rally, but they have definitely earned a gold star on that today.
I don't know if they need anyone to teach it to them. Seems like they got it down pretty good.
Indeed. First pitch to Jessica Oakland, who knows a lot about scoring runs. She has 6 RBI on the day, 2 and 3. She has a grand slam back in the second inning and then a 2 RBI double to begin this game, actually, back in the first inning. She faces an 0-1 count now. Here comes the delivery, and that is upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, Oakland tying the stadium record with 6 RBIs today. Most by a player at Liberty Softball Stadium.
Next pitch, that was a very different sound of the bat, but it is a fly out to Danny Lee to end this top half of the 5th inning. Very quick inning, not many pitches seen, but 1 run is tacked on Duke's behalf. It is now 9-5 Blue Devils. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams. Find upcoming schedules. Buy and download tickets to the next game. Listen to podcasts and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
High fly ball, deep center field. Snyder going back. It's out of here.
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty softball head coach and proud Flames Club member, Dot Richardson. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me in supporting Liberty Athletics' mission to train champions for Christ on and off the field. Your support directly impacts our student athletes and is a valuable part of our team. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
Welcome back to Lynchburg, Virginia. Follow LFSN Radio on X, formerly known as Twitter and Instagram, or search LFSN Radio on Facebook to follow along with all things Liberty Radio. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I'm Abby Fritz with Nick Pierce with you. Beautiful day in Lynchburg. 9-5 is our score here. And due to those shenanigans in the last inning, Alexia Carrasquillo will have a fresh at-bat to begin this top half, or bottom half rather, of the 5th inning.
Yeah, that was tough, and not to belabor the point, but go back to that last half inning. Carrasquillo, 9 home runs on the year, tying run at the plate. You know, that trap play, you run it a lot of times with 2 outs in the inning, but an advantage count for your top home run hitter. I'm not sure if that's. I'm wondering if Liberty would like to have that one back.
Yeah, definitely. And the first pitch she sees, she smacks it into right center field for a base hit. Picking up right where she left off. Huge roar toward the dugout for Carrasquillo. And first pitch swinging, wasting no time. And here there is a single to begin this bottom half of the 5th.
Yeah, and Flames down 4, need some base runners. And there's a good start to the inning. Carrasquillo's got her second hit of the ball game. She'll be lifted for a pinch runner here in this half. Flames will go to the bench and bring on Aubrey Norris to run.
Aubrey Norris, senior, known for her speed, coming on in relief of that hit. And no other person you'd rather have at the plate right now than the hot-hitting Savannah Jesse. 2 for 2 on the day, a double in the second inning. Third inning, the bases clearing triple to get Liberty back in this game. And now she's got a chance to do something else special here to add to her resume today. Here's the first pitch to her, and that is outside for ball 1.
Still facing Wheeler here. She came on in the 4th inning with 2 on and nobody out. Ended up getting the Blue Devils out of that inning unscathed.
Here's the next offering from Wheeler, and that is a foul ball off the right field side, and the count will go even 1-1. Now, we haven't mentioned it a lot today, but each player gets to pick their own walk-up song. I think Savannah Jesse's might be my favorite. I do love Johnny Cash, and God's Gonna Cut You Down just has a whole new vibe when you walk up to the plate. Next pitch, that's on the ground too short, picked up by Oakland, tossed to 1 for Vega for 1, back to first, not in time to get the double play. They do get the lead runner, so Jesse replaces the runner Norris on the base paths, and now there is 1 out in the inning.
Yeah, Jesse busting it down the line, stays out of the double play there. But you're no closer to getting a rally started. If anything, now you've given up and out. But we'll see what Danny Lee does. If she can put together a better at-bat this time.
First pitch to her is right down the rather lower half of the zone for ball 1. Lee 1 for 2 on the day with a single in her first at-bat and then a backwards K her second at-bat. And as Nick pointed out, definitely a better time for a better at-bat. She definitely wants that for herself. Next pitch is upstairs for ball 2. With the runner on first in Jessie, she's got a chance to put these runners on further bags to try to further the score 9-5. Still have time to put together a decent inning. Here's the next pitch. That is outside for ball 3. Hitters count now for Lee. She's all too familiar with these kind of conditions. She hits .481 on the year and continuing to have a chance to improve that average. Here's the next offering. And that is just hits the outside corner for strike 1.
Not a bad pitch to take. It's a pitcher's pitch, maybe off the plate. See if she gets something to handle here.
She hits it on the ground too short, picked up by Oakland again. She gets the out to 1, back to 2, and that time they get the double play. Even with the speedy Lee, Duke's middle infield gets the job done and finishes the double play to complete the 5th inning. Through 5, on to the 6th, with the score of 9-5 Duke. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're locked into live play-by-play coverage of Lady Flame softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. Now, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard, built by Frank Good Builders.
Welcome back to Liberty Softball Park. We are actually in the process of a challenge here by Liberty. They think they got the runner at first and actually safe rather than a double play to end that inning. They're challenging to see if the runner Lee made it to first in time before the throw.
Yeah, we don't have a look at it over here, so I'm not sure what replay would suggest. I can tell you live action, I thought they got Lee by about a step, maybe a half a step, busting it down the first base line, but yeah, we're under review at the moment with Roger Potts, our crew chief, underneath.
Yeah, well, while they took a look at that, we will look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Still one game in the process in the Conference USA right now. That is Delaware and Villanova. The Blue Hens have a lead 5-1 on Villanova in the bottom of the 5th inning, so around the same time that our game is taking here. Still a steady crowd on hand over halfway through this contest. Good fan accumulation on both sides, seeing a decent amount of royal blue and Liberty red and navy blue spread throughout the stadium.
Yeah, Duke only a couple of hours away from here, down in Durham, North Carolina, and so some of their fans made the trip up, and
something
never know
that
how many others might have family, friends local here.
Oh yeah, and you know when you're committed to a team, you travel well, and both these programs travel well no matter the sport.
Looking at their roster, I don't see any Virginia players on there, but they do have a transfer from JMU, as we pointed out earlier, KK Mathis. They're taking a lengthy look at it down there.
Yeah, seems like it might be closer than we thought. It was a great play by Oakland, the short toss over to Vega, and she threw a bullet over to Stafford at first. But we're still waiting as the one umpire is waiting around the pitcher's mound just to halt play.
You know, I think the play is actually, they might be reviewing at second base, not at first. Because the replay right now shows the second baseman, Vega, taking the feed from Oakland. Did she, in fact, touch the bag? You know, in the big leagues, they used to give you the old in the neighborhood call before instant replay was ever thought of to influence, decisions on the field. They don't really do that now because you've got slide rules in place to protect the fielders.
Yeah, and here comes Roger Potts. All right, so Liberty continues their fifth inning on a successful challenge. They only had one remaining in the game after the missed challenge in the second inning. So now we are still in the fifth inning, and we've got a runner at second, and that is Savannah Jesse. So the out at first is still recorded on Danny Lee, but it turns into a fielder's choice as Savannah Jesse remains on second base, and that brings up Macy Strickland.
Well, it's just a 6-4-3 put out at first. That's all it is now. And you've got runners, like you said, or a runner at second base now with 2 outs.
Here comes the first offering to Strickland, and that is outside for ball 1. You wonder what goes through a player's head like that, especially the defense. When you think you've got the inning-ending double play, you're relaxing in the dugout, waiting for your offense to come out, and you're like, nope, you got to go back out there. 1-0 the count now, and that ball is hit on the ground, and it hits the runner, Jesse, and now that will be an out.
Yes, Jesse's going to be out. That's the final out of the inning. They'll give a base hit to Strickland on that.
Another tough break there for Liberty.
You talk about odd thing. We saw a 6-4-3 single put out, and then a half inning that ends on a base hit.
Wow. That ought to be a bucket list item for broadcasters to call. Good grief. Well, now we can officially say that the fifth inning is complete, the fifth inning of epic proportions, and the score is still 9-5 in favor of Duke. This is from Van Wagner, the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're locked into live play-by-play coverage of Lady Flame softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. Now, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard, built by Frank Good Builders.
Welcome back to Lynchburg. Out-of-town scoreboard now top 7 is Delaware and Villanova when you're talking about Conference USA. 5-1 in favor of the Blue Hens there. And otherwise, around the League of Softball, you got Kennesaw State and Tennessee starting in about an hour. And we got some other games going on. Grand Canyon leading Fresno State 4-1 in the top of the 7th. And rest of softball action will continue later tonight. But now for more play-by-play content, here's the one and only Nick Pierce.
All right, thank you. Headed to the top of the 6th. It's a 9-5 lead for 15th-ranked Duke over Liberty. Just a bizarre half inning there with the Lady Flames, the way that thing ended. 6-4-3 put out at first base with a double play erased on the overturned call at second base, determining that Vega did not touch the bag. And then Macy Strickland awarded a base hit, but her hit the runner. And so Jesse was the final out of the inning. They give the put out to the shortstop, 6 unassisted. And Tyrena Jones leads off. She takes a first pitch strike from the right-hander Gabby Mike. Back to work on the mound here in the 6th. The 0-1 upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
Yeah, other than the home run offered to Amana Vega, Mike has been pretty solid out there on the hump.
Next pitch swung on and missed. It's 1-2 now. On Tyrena Jones. 1-2 delivery. Got her swinging. Strike 3. Take a seat. Strikeout for Gabby Mike. That is her 3rd, I believe. And 1 away in the 6th inning.
All strikeouts swinging there for Mike. Huge shout of exclamation after that out. And that's a huge out to get, especially on the cleanup hitter.
First pitch in for a strike, 0-1 now on Layla Lamar, who is the daughter of head coach Marissa Young. Transferring in here, coming home, so to speak, for the Blue Devils. Next pitch taken for a ball high, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Wonder if she takes the title of teacher's pet.
You know, I think 1-1 pitch, down and away, 2 balls and a strike. I think that happens frequently enough that, you know, if teams handle it the right way, if players handle, I mean, she's just another player. 2-1 pitch outside.
Yeah,
3 balls and a strike.
The way with the community on some teams, you all just feel like, especially if you're a female coach, they feel like all your daughters on the squad out there. And if you're a baseball coach, they feel like your sons. It just depends on the community that you have. And both these squads seem like they have a great community.
3-1 pitch upstairs, ball 4 to Lamar. 1 out walk in the 6th. No, but Coach Young talked about it. She said it's truly special. They're not only gaining one of the most explosive bats out of the transfer portal, but she now gets to be a part of Layla's collegiate journey. First pitch called a strike to KK Mathis. It's 0-1. 1 out and a runner at first on the walk. There's been a lot of free passes today from the Lady Flames. I've got them at 7 now. Check swing. They appeal it to first. Didn't go. Checking with Eddie Hall, the first base umpire. 1 ball and 1 strike now on KK Mathis. Hitless 0-for-2 with a couple of strikeouts. She's also been hit by a pitch. Duke leading at 9-5 here in the 6th. Little in-between swing. Roller out to second. Shovel pass to the shortstop. Strickland covering the bag. In time for the out there. They get the force 4-6. On kind of an odd-looking play. That ball was hit so softly it pulled Fox in from second. She was in front of the runner when she gloved it and kind of had to throw back at an odd angle behind her to get the out at second base. Good play.
Yeah, I think this game is just starting to have a lot of weird things happening in it.
Feels that way. Pitch outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Mathis at first, 2 away now. And the batter here is Gabriella Shadek, the catcher. She came on as a pinch hitter back in the 2nd inning. Rips this one in the air down the right field line, giving chase. McManus can't get there. Got it leather on it on the run, but it's a foul ball. Strike 1 on Shadek.
Yeah, Shadek actually recorded her first multi-homer game recently on March 17th against UNCW, and she blasted the game-winning 3-run homer against Oklahoma State.
1-1 pitch. Low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike on Gabriella Shadek. Still no word on why Kyrie Rodriguez was lifted from the game so early. I don't know if that's something they do on a frequent basis or not. Ball 3 up and away. 3 balls and a strike to count. There was nothing visibly we could pick up on.
Yeah, you do wonder. I mean, Duke was already ahead 6-0. Maybe they wanted to give her a little extra rest from catching this game. Who knows?
3-1 foul back. It's full 3-2 on Gabriella Shadek. 2 outs, a runner at first. Number 15 Duke leading Liberty 9-5 here in the top of the 6th inning.
And another something to point out, Liberty is out hitting Duke 9-7 right now.
Payoff pitch. Well, make it 9-8 as that ball's laced into the gap out in right center field. It'll roll all the way to the wall. They're going to send Mathis to the plate. There will be no throw. And that's a double and an RBI for Shadek. And look again, another 2-out hit and run for the Blue Devils. Now doubled up the Lady Flames 10-5 here in the 6th.
Yeah, that was a good piece of hitting there on Shadek's part. Full count, wasting no time, no more pitches, just laced that double right to the right field corner.
There's Jayla Stafford now. First baseman jackknifes out of the way of that first pitch inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 10 runs, 8 hits for the Blue Devils. 5 runs, 9 hits for the Lady Flames. And there's a ground ball to the left side, deep in the hole at short. Strickland backhands, fires to first. Good stretch by Roberts. They did all they could, but couldn't get her. It's an infield hit for Stafford. Over to third goes Shadek, and the inning continues. Runners on the corners.
Strickland's had a couple beautiful backhand plays at short. It doesn't seem like it's her first day out there.
Good time here from home plate umpire Roger Potts. As Adeline Matthews, the left fielder, steps in. 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Pitch on the way. Missed just a bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, Duke has now evened the hits at 9. Each team with 2 errors in this game. And where it counts, Blue Devils lead by 5. There's a looper into shallow right. That's going to find green turf and fall in for a hit. But the throw coming to third, not in time to get Stafford going first to third on that RBI single by Matthews. Then on the throw to third, Matthews takes second. It's now 11-5 Duke as Shadek comes home to score.
And once again, Duke is having more luck with 2 outs. They got 2 more runs rather in this 6th inning. That's the 2nd inning that they've gotten 2 outs and a bunch of runs as well.
Top of the order now with Deanna Jennings. And we've got timeout here called by the Lady Flames. Dot Richardson coming out of the dugout with her lineup card in hand. And we'll see what the change is going to be here. Gabby Mike had pitched pretty well, but running into 2-out trouble, and it looks like the Flames are going to make a pitching change here. And again, you look at the 5 2-out RBIs for Duke in this game. Not counting just all the runs that have scored with 2 outs in this game.
Yeah, indeed. It just seems like they've had a lot of luck with that. But like on the scorecard, it just looks like they've scored a lot of runs. But don't overshadow that Gabby Mike had a very impressive outing. She was able to shut down the first couple of innings of offensive prowess from Duke, and she remained confident and calm. I mean, it got out of hand a little bit this inning, but overall, she still had a great game today.
I've got it at 9 of the 11 runs scoring with 2 outs. Mike comes out of the ball game. Haley's appliance brings us the pitching change, and it's the Georgia Tech transfer Camden Anders now on to pitch for Liberty. Third pitcher that the Lady Flames have used in this game. They now trail by 6 in the 6th.
Camden Anders, 3.21 ERA, 9-3 on the year in 23 appearances. Has 2 saves through 72 innings pitched, 37 walks, and 44 strikeouts.
4 innings of work for Gabby Mike. She gives up 7 hits, 5 runs so far, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts for Gabby Mike. Also gave up a home run through 100 pitches in relief. 58 strikes, 42 balls. Camden Anders takes over. Transfer from Georgia Tech, makes her home down in Valdosta, Georgia. 5 feet 9 inch tall sophomore. And she will face the left-handed hitting Deanna Jennings. And Jennings fouls the first one off on kind of a swinging bunt. She's down a strike, 0-1.
And for those curious of where Valdosta, Georgia is, it is very close to the Florida border. Very far south down there, about a 9.5 drive from here. So if you're wanting to go down there, you might be there tomorrow.
0-1 pitch fouled away to the left. It's 0-2 now. I wonder if that's where Florida-Georgia line's from.
There you go.
Valdosta.
I like it. Makes sense.
Down near the Florida-Georgia line.
Well, what do you know?
It's the 0-2. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Driven down that way before.
Yeah, something cool about like hearing where all these players come from. You hear some town names that you've never heard of before. Last night there was somebody who played for Virginia Tech who's from B Branch, Arkansas.
Yeah, B Branch, Arkansas, yeah. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Anders comes on, does her job, gets the Flames back in the dugout, but not before Duke adds to its lead. 2 more runs across in the 6th inning. And as we go to the bottom half of the sixth in Lynchburg, it's all Blue Devils. Number 15, Duke, leading Liberty 11-5 from Van Wagner. It's the Liberty Flame Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all.
Fumble!
The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook, 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abbey Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abbey Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
Lady Flames trail the 15th-ranked Blue Devils 11-5 as we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning in Lynchburg, Virginia. Camp Ice Field at Liberty Softball Stadium. Nick Pierce and Abby Fritz with you on this Wednesday afternoon. Duke trying to win its sixth straight game. The Lady Flames had chipped away at this thing. They trailed at 6-0 in the second. Trailed at 8-1 in the third. Cut it to 8-5 after 4 innings. But Duke has responded with a run in the fifth and 2 more in the sixth to go up 11-5 now. Gabby Mike with a valiant effort in relief today for the Lady Flames. Ends up giving up 5 runs, 3 earned on 7 hits, and 100 pitches thrown. Camden Anders got the Flames out of the 6th inning with no further damage. Now as we go to the bottom half of the 6th, Lady Flames try to put their rally hats, their hitting shoes, and everything else they can find on here as Brooke Roberts stands in for the left side. Takes off the plate inside. 1 ball and no strikes on Roberts.
And this is the time in the game where you start seeing the different ways to demonstrate the rally hat.
Don't see too many of them yet down in the Flames dugout. 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. Sometimes you'll see them stack the hats, you know.
Yep, on one person.
Stack the visors, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then you got all the batting helmets, all the bats in a row, some upside down, some flipped over to look like an LU.
Here's a 2-0. And for a strike, 2-1 now on Brooke Roberts. 0 for 1 today. Walk and a strikeout. Mallory Wheeler still pitching for the Blue Devils. Here's her 2-1. Off the hands, rolled foul to the right. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Two-two count. Pitch on the way. Off the plate outside. Roberts has worked it in her favor. 3-2 the count.
And not many full counts worked today by the Flames. They're definitely in single digits. That might only be the second one today.
Payoff is lined to first and caught on the backhand by Stafford. Good play. Roberts hits a frozen rope, but right into the black glove of the first baseman. 1 out in the 6th.
Great heads-up awareness play by Stafford. Right on the backhand, made it look effortless.
Brings up Jemiah Byram now. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Flames trailing 11-5 in the 6th inning. She takes a ball up and in, 1-0. Well, if Liberty can't rally, it'll fall to 0-8 against top 25 clubs this year. 1-0 pitch, bunted at and missed. It's 1-1 now. And look over the last 7 years or so, Liberty has averaged 3 to 4 wins a year against ranked teams. Been a big reason why they've been a postseason team each of the last 5 seasons. Here's the 1-1. High and outside, 2-1, and Dot Richardson makes no bones about it. She schedules in a way that she front loads it with a lot of powerhouse softball programs. Top 25, top 10, top 5 teams. Pitch low and in.
Yeah, huge reason why she does that. She's got a lot of newcomers incoming with freshmen. She wants to get them experience playing those better teams so they'll be better fit later on, and her team will be stacked by the end of that time.
That's the theory. Here's the 3-1. High and away, ball 4. And many times we've seen it play out that way as Byram takes her second walk and goes to first base. I think it's been an encouraging day from her. You know, she came in, I think, only 2 walks on the season. She's got 2 walks today.
Yeah, good awareness there from Byram. She's getting it done on the offensive end in maturing herself, and also on the defensive end. If you all remember at the beginning of the game, this is her first outing at third base today due to Savannah Worley being out.
Top of the order, Ella Fox 0 for 3. First pitch inside, ball 1. Flames trail 11-5 in the 6th inning. Something that Dot Richardson said before the ball game that stuck with me was, you know, after seeing her team struggle early against all those ranked teams this season, wanted to see how did they compete now as this ball's bunted foul off to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike with a ranked team coming in here to Lynchburg. And that will be the measuring stick. That'll be the gauge. How much have they improved from early February now to early April?
Yeah, and then also prove the maturity and the level of their players. How mature can they be with one another, and how can they gel with one another to get those wins to hopefully, or those losses rather, to hopefully turn to wins at some point later on.
The 1-1. Pitch misses downstairs. 2 balls and a strike on Ella Fox. Now the answer so far in this game, it's been a mixed bag, right? I mean, Liberty has done some things well today, but there's some other key moments that they'd like to have back. The 2-1. Skied to right field off the bat of Fox. That's in line with Lamar. She'll put it away. And that's out number 2 in the 6th inning.
I mean, you also go back to Dot Richardson will always find a positive out of any game, right? That's just her. That's just her personality. And even if the game right now is 11-5 in favor of the number 15 team in the country, she's just happy that her team can get to face a ranked opponent anyway to get her team experience performing in these kind of levels, especially at home.
Paige Dorr, the batter now. 2 outs and a runner at first. Pitch on the way. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. At this juncture in the season, it's probably going to be too tough for Liberty, even if they were to go on a massive run here at the end of the season. I don't know that they can get themselves into that at-large discussion for a postseason spot. Pitch off the plate outside, 1-1. However, they are right there in the thick of it in Conference USA, and Coach Richardson says it all the time. You leave no doubt. Go win the conference tournament. 1-1 pitch low and in. 2-1 now on Paige Dorr. 1 out of 3 with a double today. And if that's your goal, I think this team's right there. They've got everything right in front of them because you're tied for second place, about to face the team that you're tied with coming into this weekend. Liberty's 7-3 in the conference. Pitch low and outside. 3-1 now on Paige Dorr. I said 7-3, 11-4 in conference. Big difference there. They are 2 games out of first place. 733 winning percentage in conference. I think maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
trip to the circle from Shadek there, the catcher.
With Jacksonville State being the number 1 team up there, that's definitely a series looming later on. But especially Western Kentucky, you can't overlook them either. But right now they got to go past Duke as well.
This ball smashed on the ground out to second. Up with it cleanly, Vega wings it over to first in time, and that's out number 3 for the Lady Flames in the 6th. Liberty gets the 1-out walk from Byram and nothing more. 1 runner stranded. We'll head to the top of the 7th. 15th ranked Duke on top of Liberty, 11-5 from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're listening to Liberty Softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. Time now to check the Carter Bank box score.
It's an 11-5 lead for 15th-ranked Duke over Liberty. Nick Pearson, Abbey, Fritz with you going to the top half of the 7th inning. And a look at the Carter Bank box score. Blue Devils 11 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, 8 left on. The Flames 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left on. Blue Devils scored twice in the first. Got a grand slam from Jessica Oakland at shortstop in the 2nd inning to go up 6-0. Oakland drove in the first 6 runs of the contest for the Blue Devils. Flames responded with a run in the bottom of the 2nd. Duke got 2 more in the 3rd to go up 8-1. But then Liberty got 3 in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th to cut it to 8-5. Had the tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning. Could not do any further damage. Duke got 1 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. Blue Devils have hit a couple of home runs today as well. One from the bat of Amina Vega, solo shot in the 5th inning, and then the aforementioned slam from Oakland back in the 2nd.
And you mentioned Vega. She's the leadoff hitter in this inning. And Camden Anders on the mound finished off the last inning with a strikeout. See if she can continue her dominance here, trying to keep Duke off the board and give a chance for Liberty to come back 6th in the 9th. Excuse me, 7th. I'm in baseball terms.
Amina Vega leads off. Facing the lefty Anders, and her first pitch floats in for a called strike. 0-1 on Vega. Liberty's largest come-from-behind win here in Lynchburg. Taken high, 1 ball, 1 strike. In the history of the stadium, April 23rd, 2019. Flames trailed Radford 8-1 in the 6th inning. And won on a walk-off grand slam by Amber Bishop. 1-1, sent in the air, left center field. That's trouble. That's going to bang off the left center field wall. That'll be extra bases for Vega. She parks it at second base. She has now reached all 5 times she has been to the plate today. 3 walks, a home run, and now a double.
Yeah, too late for a cycle, but that's still impressive the way she's been swinging the bat. She will do anything to increase her average. Now 445, and that's only going up with her performance today.
Jessica Oakland, the hitter, takes a strike, 0-1. And, you know, people look at batting averages all the time, and, yeah, you have to have a lot of hits to hit 440, but you got to take your walks, too. And that protects the batting average. You don't swing at a lot of junk that pitchers are throwing trying to get you out. Here's a ground ball the other way, out to second. Fox up with it cleanly, fires on to first in time. Vega goes to 3rd, and that's out number 1 in the 7th.
Yeah, and going back to what your point was, it also just shows you're a very disciplined hitter, and it's really tough to get you out. You're very selective with the pitchers that the pitcher offers you, and that just makes you a really tough batter to get out in general.
Well, Vega now on the season, 23 walks, just 10 strikeouts. Runner at 3rd, that is Vega, 1 out. Flames trail it 11-5 in the 7th, and the first pitch to Tyrena Jones misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Jones today, 1 out of 4 with a double back in the 2nd inning. Struck out her last time up. 1-0 offering. Lunge and a miss. Jones chasing out off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. But going back to that series this weekend, big-time Conference USA Series for the Lady Flames. Western Kentucky in town for 3. 2nd place on the line in the league. 1-1 outside, 2-1. Game 1 will be Friday at 6 p.m. Game 2, Saturday at 3. Game 3, Sunday at 11 a.m. There's a liner foul down the left field line. 2-2 the count now on Jones. Again, the significance of getting one of the top 2 seeds in the Conference USA tournament is that you get a double bye in that 8-team double elimination bracket. You only have to win 3 games. Everyone else has to win 4 or 5. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Sent foul to the screen. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 3rd and 4th seeds get byes and they will play either, well, whoever wins those play-in single elimination games, 5 playing 8, 6 playing 7. 2-2 pitch. There's a liner. Foul down the left field line. Didn't miss it by much. Still 2-2 on Jones.
Yeah, I was looking over at the third base umpire, Jay Brushbell, and he just wasn't doing anything. He didn't make a sign, and you had to look down at the home plate umpire in order to get that call. But very fortunate there for Liberty. That would have been another run.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, a runner at third. The pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to right. That'll send McManus back. Shy of the track. She will stop and make the grab. Tucks it away for the second out, but Vega will score from third on the sacrifice fly. And I guess technically that's another run with 2 outs. It's now 12-5. Jones with the sac fly.
That's one way to bring the run in.
The first RBI of the ball game. Jones driving in her 53rd of the year. First pitch in for a called strike to Layla Lamar. It's 0-1. 2 outs, bags clear now in the top of the 7th. Duke leading by 7. 0-1. Off the plate outside. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Layla Lamar. Lamar sends this one high in the air to deep right center. And out onto the warning track, Paige Dorr runs it down. Goes up against the fence after she makes the catch for out number 3. Good job tracking that one down. And that'll do it for the Blue Devils in the 7th. But Duke gets another run after the leadoff double by Vega. She scores on the sac fly. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 7th. Last licks coming up for Liberty. Lady Flames trail this one 12-5 from Van Wagner. It's the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams. Find upcoming schedules. Buy and download tickets to the next game. Listen to podcasts and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcast.
High fly ball, deep center field. Snyder going back. It's out of here.
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty softball head coach and proud Flames Club member, Dot Richardson. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me in supporting Liberty Athletics' mission to train champions for Christ on and off the field. Your support directly impacts our student athletes and is a valuable part of our team. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
Last chance for Liberty. Bottom of the 7th. Lady Flames trail number 15, Duke 12-5. Blue Devils look to put this one in the win column, make it 6 straight. Flames, if they cannot rally, will regroup and get ready for a massive conference series this weekend. But see what this team can put together. Bryn McManus will lead it off. She's got a pair of singles today, 2 RBIs, a run scored as well. 2 for 3 officially. The Conference USA Player of the Week. She had a massive week last week. 4 games for Liberty. First pitch low and in. 1 ball and no strikes to count on Bryn McManus. The 1-1 down and, or 1-0 rather, down and in. 2 balls, 1. No strikes on Bryn McManus. Last 5 games, she's 13 out of 18 coming into today. 2 doubles and a homer with 9 RBIs in that stretch. There's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1.
Yeah, McManus was really solid in the past series against Missouri State. She was named in one of the Conference USA awards as well on Sunday.
2-1, too high, 3-1. Facing Mallory Wheeler here for the Blue Devils. This Wheeler gets a save here. Pitch off the plate outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk in the 7th. Assuming that the save rules are the same as baseball, Wheeler would have pitched the last 4 innings of this game. You got to pitch at least the last 3. Regardless of score, you get a save. In which case the win, I believe, would go to Jaquez, even though she didn't pitch as effectively as Bradshaw, in my opinion. Now we'll see what they come up with. First pitch fouled away, 0-1 on Alexia Carrasquillo. Returning to the game as the designated player. She was pinch run for back in the 5th inning.
And she had that dynamic leadoff single back in the 5th inning that got the team all riled up. And she's 2 for 3 on the day. Still a good day for her, despite the score.
0-1, fisted out towards second. 1 bounce, taken Vega, goes to Oakland for 1. Back to first, not in time. 4-6 on the fielder's choice. And there's 1 out in the 7th, so Carrasquillo will be at first base. And the hitter is Savannah Jesse with the Flames still trailing by 7, 1 out in the 7th. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Jesse, 2-run triple in the 3rd. Outside with the next one. 2 balls and no strikes. Duke trying to win its 7th straight against Liberty in the all-time series. This will put them to 8-2 all-time against the Lady Flames. 2-0. On the ground to short, might be 2. To Vega for 1. On to first. That's a double play, and that's the ball game. 6-4-3 game ender. And the Duke Blue Devils come to Lynchburg and topple the Liberty Lady Flames. Final score here this afternoon, Duke 12, Liberty 5. 15th ranked Blue Devils win it. Coca-Cola postgame show coming up from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thomson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thomson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thomson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at ThomsonBrooksInsurance.com. Thomson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
You've been listening to live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. Time now for the Coca-Cola postgame report. Coke, taste the feeling.
Welcome back here in Lynchburg, where the final score is 15th-ranked Duke over Liberty, 12-5. Nick Pierce and Abbey Fritz back here with you. On the Coca-Cola postgame show, Lady Flames fall to the Blue Devils. Duke wins its 6th straight, and now next up, Liberty will turn its sights to conference play. The Lady Flames will host Western Kentucky in a critical Conference USA series this weekend. The Blue Devils will move on and play a huge 3-game series this weekend at North Carolina in Chapel Hill. So, rivalry for the Blue Devils coming up. For the Lady Flames, second place at stake in CUSA. We'll hear from the head coach of the Liberty Lady Flames, Don Richardson Pinto, coming up here momentarily.
Great job, you guys.
And by momentarily, I mean any second now. Coach goes to the headset here. And it's time now for our post-game conversation with the head coach. Coach Richardson, you got us there?
I do. Do you hear me?
Yes,
hey,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you joining us here. Obviously not the result you had hoped for today. We talked earlier, though, about competing. When your team got down early, did you feel like that they competed well to chip away?
Yeah, I do. I think it was a terrible start. You just can't give runs away. You can't give free bases. So that was not good. But I do like our response in hitting the ball. We're hitting the ball well, scoring. And, again, the number 15 or 16 ranked team in the country should prove to our hitters that we can hit anything. And we're still in it there. But when you give a lot of free bases, it's tough. It's tough to make it up.
So many innings where it was 2 outs and it feels like you're 1 away from being back in the dugout and squashing the momentum. But I think they scored 9 or 10 of their 12 runs with 2 outs today. How critical was that?
Yeah, that's not good. It's good for them, not good for us. And the biggest thing is we got to learn to slam the door shut, without a doubt. Stop the bleeding, slam the door shut, all those different things. And, that's a terrible stat. I think we had full count almost on every batter, it seemed like. And so when you do that, they're going to be hitting the ball hard or walking, right?
Yeah, on a positive note, though, Strickland and Byram, solid first starts at short and third, respectively. How important is it to you using players in various positions to get them experience, especially in these kind of games?
Yeah, I think it was good experience for them. Watley, was not feeling well. She was ill, so she couldn't get out there. So it's good to see what those two could do over there. There's a miscue by Jemiah. There was another play, could have gone to second instead of first. But I thought overall they did a really good job, and it's good to see that because we're going to need to know what we can do if something happens when that position is available, right?
Talk about the battle that your team showed, the fight. There were chances in this game. I mean, you cut it to you're down 8-1. You cut it to 8-5. You've got the tying run at the plate with Carrasquillo up there. I think it was in the 4th inning. And then the first and third trap play there. Was that something you had relayed in right there in that moment? Or what? Take me through that.
Well, I saw 2 balls, no strikes with Skio up, and she's going to swing at a strike, right? So I put the steal on for Bryn, and Bryn knows that if the ball beats her to second, she's doing a get pick, then we're going to score at least 1 run. I mean, that's the plan. I'm not sure why we didn't get the run, but we did not get the run. So I did not feel good about that. And how Skio got up the next inning and got a hit to right center was what I thought she was going to do. Therefore, with Bryn on the move, she would have scored, 2 runs with that. So, that's on me. And so I took the opportunity to see, well, at least we can get 1 run. But if Skio swings at a 2-0 pitch and she hits it in the gap, we're going to score 2 instead of 1. So I got a little greedy there.
Yeah. How about the performance from Gabby Mike today? 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 earned runs. But overall, it just seemed like she was pretty solid facing her former team.
Yeah, she was ready. I asked her before the game, how do you feel about it? Because when people transfer, it has a different effect on them. And she was like, Coach, I'm good. My birthday's next week, and I'm thinking about that. I'm more than I am, about, here's my school I was at. And I said, well, I hope you're thinking about today. She goes, oh, yeah, I am. I think she had some big strikeouts, which was good. But, again, 5 earned runs is a lot, right?
Well, you learned something else about your club today, I'm sure, and now you turn your sights to a Western Kentucky series this weekend that, at the end of the day, I mean, conference play is where it's at, right? And you've got a chance to take that series and get into sole possession of second place. What's the point of emphasis here? We only got one day in between, right? So much practice time. What are you going to be working on between now and Friday to get ready for that series?
Well, I'm really happy with the hitters at this point. They should be able to bring that confidence into Western Kentucky. I think we swung the bat really well against Missouri State, and I thought we swung the bat really well today. So that momentum offensively should be going in. It's almost like, hey, we saw some of the top pitchers, for a top 20 team. So Western Kentucky, I think, is in the 40s RPI in strength of schedule. But so that's a good one. I think our pitchers hopefully realize it doesn't matter who you're playing. You just can't give free bases away. I could not see the strike zone, so I don't know. The pitchers look frustrated, so I'm not really sure. Maybe you guys got a good view, but they've got to learn to adapt to 3 zones, right? And the most important is the umpire zone.
Coach, appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Good luck coming up here this weekend against Western Kentucky. Looking forward to it. Hopefully get a good crowd out here, too. Yeah,
it was a great crowd today, wasn't it? I mean, it was really good to see. And we're just excited to be able to play. God's given them amazing gifts. This is a great game. The viewership is amazing. It's so much fun. And there are frustrating moments, of course, but those are what we have to learn. You're never a loser, right, if you're learning from it. So we're going to learn from it, and let's take it into the weekend for a great competitive series. God bless everyone listening, and go Flames.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate
Thank you, guys.
it, Coach.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
That is the head coach of the Liberty Lady Flames, Dot Richardson, with us here on the Coca-Cola postgame show as 15th-ranked Duke wins it over Liberty, 12-5, the final score. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the totals for you and final thoughts next. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbey Financial Services.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcast.
High fly ball, deep center field. Snyder going back. It's out of here.
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty softball head coach and proud Flames Club member, Dot Richardson. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me in supporting Liberty Athletics' mission to train champions for Christ on and off the field. Your support directly impacts our student athletes and is a valuable part of our team. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at pearyfamilydentistry.com.
And we welcome you back in here to the Coca-Cola postgame show. Final score, 15th-ranked Duke wins it over Liberty, 12-5 here in Lynchburg this afternoon. Nick Pierce and Abbey Fritz here with you. Wrapping things up, looking at the final totals presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. The line score for Duke, 12 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, 8 runners left on base. For the Lady Flames, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and Liberty strands 5. The winning pitcher, Mallory Wheeler for Duke. She goes to 8-4 on the season. The loss goes to Dana Allen. She drops to 5-2. A look at how this one unfolded. You go back early in the game, the top of the first inning. Dana Allen getting the start for the Lady Flames. She walked the first 2 hitters she faced, Jennings and Vega up there at the top of the order. Then gave up a 2-run double to Jessica Oakland. That played at 2 runs, made it 2-0 Blue Devils. After that, she'd be able to clean up her own mess in the first inning. In the second, got the first 2 outs pretty quickly. It actually set down 5 in a row at that point before giving up a base hit to Adeline Matthews, then walking Jennings and Vega back-to-back to load the bases for Jessica Oakland. Oakland got herself ahead in the count 2-1 and then blasted one out of here. A home run to left field, no doubter for the grand slam. And Oakland drove in the first 6 runs of the ball game, tying a stadium record, a new career high for her. Made it a 6-0 lead for the Blue Devils in the second. Flames would get 1 back in the bottom half of the second inning. They'd do it on a fielder's choice RBI for Macy Strickland. Savannah Jesse doubled with 1 out. She would come in to score on Strickland's RBI. That would make it 6-1. Duke would get 2 more runs in the third inning with 2 outs, and that was really a theme today for the Blue Devils. The Blue Devils score twice on a wild pitch and then a throwing error by catcher Savannah Jesse. That would score Stafford on the wild pitch, and then Jennings would score on the throwing error. Jesse trying to throw it back to the pitcher covering for the first runner. She threw it away, and 2 runs would score to make it 8-1. Liberty would get 3 runs in the bottom of the third inning, their best offensive inning of the day by far. A 1-out double for Paige Dorr. Then a base hit from Bryn McManus would score her. McManus would get to second on an error. That'd make it an 8-2 game. Base hit by Alexia Carrasquillo would put him at first and third. That brought up Savannah Jesse. She would triple to left field on a ball she just missed really hitting out of here. Scored 2 more runs, cut it to 8-5, but the Flames could get no closer there as Duke would shut the door, 8-4 rather. Liberty could get no closer there. Flames would get another run back in the fourth inning. Leadoff walk to Brooke Roberts. A walk to Jemiah Byram that put him at first and second. 2 batters later, 2 outs. McManus hitting. She would single home run there to make it 8-5. And then that first and third play we talked about with Coach Richardson. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. Carrasquillo at the plate with a 2-0 count. McManus gets herself in a rundown between first and second. Byram unable to score before McManus was tagged out. So the Flames settled for the 1 run in the fourth inning. They had cut it to 8-5. But Duke responded with a run in the fifth, 2-out solo home run from Vega. That made it a 9-5 lead for the Blue Devils. Duke would get 2 more in the sixth inning. RBIs from Shadek, the catcher, and Matthews, the left fielder. That would make it 10 or make it 11-5 at that point. And then Blue Devils would get 1 more in the seventh on a sac fly by Jones to make it 12-5. And Duke goes on to win by that score. Let's see, the line for Mallory Wheeler today, the starting pitcher, or the reliever for the Blue Devils that gets the win. 4 scoreless innings, 3 hits allowed, 2 walks and a strikeout. Wheeler the winner, she's 8-4. Danner Allen for the Lady Flames takes the loss. She's 5-2, gave up 6 earned runs on 3 hits with 4 walks and a strikeout today for Danner Allen. Gabby Mike pitched pretty well in relief, gave up 5 runs though, 3 of them earned. 7 hits in 4 innings of work, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts, had some good moments. Camden Anders, the final inning in the third for the Lady Flames, gave up 1 run. It was earned with 1 strikeout. Some of the offensive leaders for the Lady Flames, Bryn McManus 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Alexius Carrasquillo had a couple of hits, so did Savannah Jesse. Those are your totals presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. Liberty with the loss falls to 18-20. Duke with the win goes to 29-11. Well, Abby, I just went through some of the numbers there. Who do you have for our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game?
I think the player of the game goes to Savannah Jesse. She may have had that error with that throw going out to the pitcher to try to get the run home, but on the offensive side, she was just a weapon, especially when it came to the third inning with that 2-run triple. It just got the crowd fired up. I think my ears are still ringing from that. It was just the crowd was so into it, and that was a moment where Liberty was starting to pull in. They pulled in 8-4, and they may have got 1 more run out of that, but it just seemed like the momentum was starting to shift in Liberty's favor in that way, and Savannah Jesse's bat was a key component to have in that moment.
So Savannah Jesse, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. Final score again, number 15, Duke wins it over Liberty 12-5. Well, the next game for the Lady Flames this weekend, it's game 1 of a 3-game series with Western Kentucky, 6 o'clock Eastern, first pitch on Friday night. Huge 3-game series. Those 2 clubs tied for second place right now in the Conference USA standings. Our next broadcast from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network is Friday night at Worthington Field at Liberty Baseball Stadium. The Flames playing Game 1 of a Conference USA Series with Jacksonville State. Flames baseball on the air at 5:30 Eastern. First pitch at 6:05. And what could be a battle for first place. Jacksonville State leading Conference USA. The Flames 3 games back of first. Big-time series here in Lynchburg with a couple of top 30 teams in terms of RPI in the country. So some potential postseason implications on that series and this series here as well. Those are 2 massive series coming up here on campus this weekend for Flames baseball and Flames softball. And we'll have Flames baseball for you here on the network beginning with Game 1 Friday night. So hope to talk to you then. Until then, for Abbey, Fritz, and for the rest of us at the Liberty Flames Sports Network, my name is Nick Pierce. Thanks so much for making us a part of your Wednesday. Again, your final score, 15th ranked Duke over Liberty, 12-5 here in Lynchburg. Until next time, so long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to live coverage of Liberty University softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services. This broadcast of Liberty softball has been brought to you by Abbey Financial Services, the official advisor of Liberty Flames athletics. Liberty softball has also been brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo Time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Centra Health, Destination Bedford. By 11 West, Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. By Gentry Lock Attorneys. The Good Feet Store. Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. Ironclad Coffee Roasters. Craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. By Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. Preventative maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. The Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Peary Family Dentistry. By Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions at segra.com. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The General Manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. Network Director Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Victoria Carter. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw, Senior Associate Athletics Director Robert Goodman, and Assistant Strategic Communications Director Joe Carmody. Liberty Flames Softball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abbey Financial Services.